Yo, what
Where
is
did
the
AP go?
Who?
Did you used to have AP saying Raiders? You took him out?
Yep, he gone.
Bro, me too. Look at my banner. AP, there no more.
He's out, out, out.
I was like, damn. I guess I'm not the only one who's moved on, huh?
I moved on. My guy's not happy though.
That was dope. That was dope. Good job, Jay.
Yeah, that's the new intro for Just Raiders.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah. I gotta do it for the connection.
Yeah, I like the new background thing too, huh? That's cool and dope.
There you go, man.
You look surprised. Nate looks like a grunt old Angel fan. And just get off my lawn.
It does. Oh man. What is good? What is the deal? Salute to the nation. Appreciate everyone tapping in on this Wednesday night. Make sure if you guys are new to go ahead and stop on in and smash that subscribe button, click those thumbs, help us support the show. We appreciate everyone joining us for sure. Man, what it do? How's everybody feeling? How y'all feeling?
Man, I'm cool. I'm good, bro. I'm good. Yeah, doing second show this week, so it's slow, but it feels good to be talking to y'all about more Raiders stuff. We got to keep our group chats, but put them out here on the live, bro, because we be arguing sometimes with each other. Yeah.
Drama, but yeah, man. Let me go ahead and salute the chat because obviously the chat loves you, man. So let me go ahead and shout out Smokey the Bear. What is good? What is the deal? Appreciate you tapping in. Robert Pena, what is good? Salute, brother. Thanks for pulling up. Who is this guy? I don't know.
That's some asshole. President of his fan club.
Is he part of the Patriots? I don't know. What's good, my guy? Rorschach Raider. What is good? What is the deal? Salute. Frank Weber. Good evening, sir. Thanks for pulling up. Our guy, Sacktown Raider Mike. What is good? Hey, I think you're supposed to have surgery. I hope it went good, brother. I think it went good. You here?
He said he didn't have it after all.
Yeah, he didn't have it.
Oh, you didn't have it? Okay, cool.
Something about his sodium level. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, hopefully you do have it soon and get that hip replaced, bro. For sure.
I did talk to him. He said it got pushed back a couple of months now, so that sucks.
Okay. Month?
Oh,
shit.
Yeah.
Not good.
Yeah. Well, hey, it's all good, man. Make sure to be safe. Rather be safe than sorry, for sure.
Right.
What is good? Salute to my guy, Tyler A. What is good? What is the deal?
What's up, Tyler?
Appreciate you tapping in, pulling up. Chewy, what is good? Salute. Thanks for
What
pulling
up, Jess?
Yes,
What's up, Jess?
Salute to Rosetown Native. What is good, my guy? Thanks for pulling up. Cool Kev. What is the deal, brother? Our guy James with the Raiders. Hold on, bro. I gotta do it right.
So you gotta show me how to do that stuff. I don't know how to do all that stuff. I think it's you showing off your computer skills.
Oh, when I bust my balls and I fucking don't know what I'm doing. And this fucking guy can't even pull up a fucking video in show.
I just pulled it up.
Okay.
I just had the time to put it on there on the side.
Let's go, Nate and Jay. Stop busting his ass. You give me shit. Fucking bust his balls.
I didn't ask you what you were trying to do. I was just trying to help you.
You're the only one who said the file was too big. Can you zip?
I know. It was expired or something. I don't know. And Nate's over here like, what are you trying to do?
Mail you a floppy disk to download it to.
It just wouldn't let me share something. I was trying to share something and it just wasn't coming through. It wouldn't let me share it no matter what I tried, no matter where I tried it. So I just gave up.
That's funny. Salute to our guy Nav, man.
Man, what's going on, big guy?
What is the deal? Salute. All right, y'all.
You can sell this.
All right, let's go ahead and get this show on the road. All right, so let's go ahead and hit up this week's signings, y'all. So we had we were slow, but we had some signings this week. So let me go ahead and share the screen. All right. Boom. All right. So first one, Raiders signed D tackle Leki Fotu. I'm probably fucking that up.
Leki.
Uh Leki, yeah, Leki
Yeah.
Fotu. Um he was with the Cardinals and then before that the Jets. So he's a noose, big dude. But this is definitely a depth piece for sure. The other guy,
Just
the
get rid
other
of the
guy they
banner.
signed,
Can't see Nate.
can't see Nate.
No, the banner's in his face.
All right. Well, I'll take it off right now. All right, and then Raiders signed Ian Thomas from the Panthers as well. He is now a Raider. So, what are y'all thinking? How y'all feeling about these signings that we had this week?
I mean, roster fillers to me, if anything. Ian Thomas. I know there were rumors out there about the Mayer trade, but this has nothing to do with it. He's a blocking tight end. He's been in the league for a couple years. I know Panther fans apparently were excited he was finally gone. That can't be good.
No, it's never good when a team the guy's coming from to your team and they're all excited, like, yeah, he's going. That's not good.
Celebrating the fact that we got him, so I don't know about that. But as far as Leki, bro, I mean, he's a big dude. I like his size, which is good as far as that on our D line. We need more size. I see it as a younger guy who knows how much John Jenkins is going to be able to play. But definitely, probably more excited about the D tackle than the tight end, just because of his size. He's a oos. Maybe we'll share some kava. Those of you who are ooses know what that is. If you haven't, you should try that shit. Yeah, bro. I mean, it is what it is right now. They're just roster fillers. Nothing to get too excited. Adding more players. I think this is going on with what Pete said, bringing on players that are going to want to compete and have something to prove. And I think these are the kind of guys that they're bringing in.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely agree. Definitely a depth piece move from the Raiders. I mean, nothing to go ahead and write home about, but I mean that we still either way we still need depth pieces. And I know there was like some talk in regards to maybe this is a move where they push Michael Mayer out. But honestly, I see this more as a reinforcement that they're solidifying that number 2 position. I mean, we got to have a third option in case one of these guys, God forbid, get injured during the season. You got to have a backup.
You know what? I didn't say much about Mayer because I know I'm a big Notre Dame fan, so people think I'm biased. But I don't understand why people feel this urgency or this need to trade him. What is wrong with having a great number 2 tight end when you already have an amazing one in Brock? If anything, it's going to be even better for us. One, Brock is different and he could play anywhere. It's a lot different things, where Big Mike is more of the traditional tight end red zone, which we never utilized him in, bro. That was the one thing I kept saying the other day. If you ever watched Notre Dame, Michael Mayer so great was his red zone presence. And I know y'all remember his rookie year when they did use him, the Jets game. He had that big ass catch in the end zone where he fucking basically posterized homeboy. Those are the type of players that Big Mike can make. And I get he had his off-field personal issues, so I will never hold that against him. I work in the mental health field, so it is what it is. When it comes to that, you don't know so much stories, issues, problems, whatever. But to want to give up on Mike and say, "Oh, we got to trade him," like I think it'll be a huge mistake. And the fact that we can have 2 formidable weapons on an offense where we're already lacking weapons as it is anyway. So why would we want to get rid of one? I mean, that's just me, but I'm not one that's been like, oh, we got to trade Big Mike. Like, I'm cool with us keeping him. Like I said, the only way I would is if it's really, really going to benefit us in a great way where it's like, oh, damn, we really got something good. Then it was worth giving up Big Mike for that.
Well, my personal opinion, why I think everybody was so big on wanting to trade him is because he's a higher value. We'll get more in return for him than we would pretty much someone else on the roster. That is the way I was looking at it. If we were going to trade, if there was something out there we really wanted or needed, that's why I was pushing for him. Other than that, I don't want to get rid of him either.
Right.
If there was something worth the value for what he brings to the table for the other team, then maybe we could work something. Other than that, he's fine right where he is. I don't want to lose him either. And then the red zone thing, we got to get in the red zone first too, and we just
Well, I mean, even when we're there, we got to start scoring fucking touchdowns.
Yeah.
Apparently, our Carlson isn't automatic like we thought anymore, huh, Jeff?
Exactly.
Where's my bag?
What about you, Nate? What do you think?
Yeah, as far as the free agents go, like you guys were saying, it didn't really move the needle too much, but it definitely does raise our floor as a team in total. So bringing those guys like P has been preaching this whole time to go in and compete. But I mean, I think that we're going to do all of our damage in the draft. I've been saying this for a while. That's where I know all of us are really excited about what we're going to be able to do there. So as far as Michael Mayer, I really want him to stay on the team. I think he's probably the best number 2 tight end in the league right now.
Arnie, can you highlight Arnie? Michael Mayer is not one-dimensional, bro. You did not watch him play at Notre Dame. You think he's just a blocker. He was definitely not just the only fucking weapon that year, bro, was Michael Mayer on the offense.
Definitely not.
Yeah, he is not one-dimensional, bro. Not at all.
Yeah. But yeah, I want to keep Michael Mayer on the team for sure. So that's as far, because Jeff was saying if we can get something in return, I don't think that the value he has in the trade market is what we're going to get back for him. So I'd rather just keep him.
Yeah.
Dude, that's why we didn't move him either.
Exactly.
Much.
You imagine Mayer on the Chargers? Like the damage he would fucking do on that team?
No, I don't want him.
I don't want to think about it, bro. Shit.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I would be more worried about him going to KC, to be honest with you.
Exactly. Even him to replace Kelsey. Yeah. Something like that. Yeah.
Yep.
Paul is mad that fucking all his teams stuck in law.
Separated Paul.
The hook'em horns got hooked.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Let's see here. No. Let me go. There was a good question that I saw earlier.
Was it the Gino one?
No, it wasn't the Gino one. Oh, yeah, from Rorschach. Gentlemen, when are some of these fans who want to spend recklessly translate to wins or winning season? Usually big free agent spenders have always losing seasons. We are spending wisely. Facts, brother. I think he said it the best. I think that's literally a nail on the coffin. I've said it before. I think I said it on that show with the show that we had a couple of weeks ago. On the Saturday show, and I was like, with Lowe, free agency is just designed to go ahead and pick up those key pieces. You don't build your roster from that. That's what the draft comes in. All the teams that you've seen succeed, Chiefs, Niners, Ravens, all these guys built from the draft. That's literally what we're trying to go ahead and do here, And so I'm looking forward to see what Spytek and Pete do on draft day and how much draft capital can they actually accumulate, because these guys are notorious for doing that. So I know we have nine picks. Is that what
10, right? 9 or 10 right now?
I think it's 9 because we gave up that pick for Gino. So I think it's
9. That's right, the one for Gino.
So that might turn into 12 or 13 or 15. I don't see it being way more than that. I think 12 is like a good number. You pick up 2 or 3 more.
Yeah, I like 31.
31. I bet you do. No, I agree with him. I mean, I think it's easy as a fan when you see all these big names and you want to bring them all to your team, especially when you see that it works in other sports. I'm a big Dodger fan. Fucking Dodgers have been doing that the last couple of years, right? But don't get twisted. The Dodgers have a great farm system as well. And I think that's what the mix comes from, And in football, we've been so bad because we've sucked at draft. You think about the Khalil Mack trade, right? That was supposed to put us in a position to build a good core of a team with all those picks from Amari and Mack, and we fucked those picks up, right? We literally fucked them up. And now we're paying for that shit where we don't have that core. that you can have with your draft, your own talent, and you can start adding free agents at that point. But to build a team in free agency, yeah, it's very. I remember when the Eagles did it back when was it Chip Kelly when they had Vic and they got Namdi and they added a whole bunch of dudes. They were like the best team on fucking Madden, right? Everybody
Yeah.
used them on
Oh
Madden.
yeah.
But when they played on the field, like it didn't translate the same way. So, but yeah,
Mhm.
I'm with you. You got to build your team through the draft and then you add through free agency. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Arnie with the question. Who is our best free agent signing? Who is our biggest miss that we didn't sign? I'll start with start with Nate. Let's go the other way around. Go ahead, brother.
Our best free agent signing to me is probably Jeremy Chin. Our biggest miss, it's kind of tough because it wasn't a very good free agent class. I would like to have added a receiver, but I feel like the biggest miss probably would be interior offensive line, maybe like a Mekhi Becton. I know all of us kind of wanted Becton, and now that he's even at the Chargers, it hurts a little bit more. So I would probably have to say Mekhi Becton for sure. Be our
Yeah.
biggest miss.
Yeah. Yeah. What about you, Jeff?
Are we going guys that were already on the team and we re-signed them because they were free agents? If that's the case, I'm
Those
going
count
Butler.
too.
Yeah.
Those count too, bro.
I'm going Butler and see, I would have said Becton also, but the fact that rumor has it that he wanted to go back to tackle and we weren't in a position to put him at tackle with us. You know, we would have brought him in as a guard, so I'm not going to go with that. I would actually say probably the kid from New England that we just lost out on. We probably didn't push the envelope enough to up the bid enough. But now I'm hearing rumors that the Patriots are still thinking about possibly trading with us for him, like trading him to us, so
Who,
they can
Ellis?
get something for him.
Yeah, Ellis.
Yeah, that's kind of a rumor around here right now. I'm hearing whether it's true or not, who knows? But
Yeah.
You're gonna get 805 drunk again. Did I hear Butler?
no, he can, but he's got to be on camera. We're not doing that without camera again. That was just golden night that night. That was great.
I would say our biggest addition is Butler and Kuntz. You know, we kept those two main ones out of the main ones that we lost, or whatever. And Gino. I'm gonna add Gino again.
Yeah.
Because we really needed a quarterback. You know, we were all fighting, hollering at each other who should be our quarterback. You know,
Yeah, but that wasn't a free agent move, though. That was a trade.
no, but it was still an off season, like the move that we
I get
made.
it.
You know what I mean? That was
I get it.
Yeah. Because I mean, we were at a point where I was saying, "Fuck it, bring Aaron Rodgers," because it was so bad out there. Fuck it, you know. But I think the miss. I would have really have loved if Stafford would have came. That was a dream. Obviously, you know, there was
Of who?
of Stafford.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I would have loved if Stafford came over here. I really would have. But I think the most part of what for me was probably not getting that offensive lineman that we wanted. Because we even wanted homeboy from the Chiefs. You know, he was option.
Yeah.
Chiefs tried to tag him, sign him, whatever. Mekhi Becton, the same. So, because to me, that was one of the biggest needs was the interior O-line. I was cool with the outside and then with JPJ in the middle. So all we needed was maybe one or another addition to really solidify that line. I was missing out on Mekhi Becton or even like a receiver. Like how you guys were saying. I think we need to add another receiver to Jacoby Myers. You know, Trey Tucker. Let him play in the slot. Let him do his thing. He's not built to be on the outside. We got Brock Bowers. Like adding more weapon would have been better. And we didn't really get one of those receivers. So we'll see now what happens with the draft. And I was even saying get Diggs. I don't give a fuck if he was a head case.
Yeah.
Before, whatever the fuck, you know. I think
he
Diggs
looked
would have
good.
been a great option, especially with Gino. You know, having Brock.
See,
Gino.
I think a lot of people are negative on the free agent move this year because they're not looking at the big picture. They're just looking at who we brought in that wasn't on the team. You got to look at and I said this last week, you got to look at everybody, meaning players that we retained are part of that free agency pool, whether you like it or not, because they were free agents for a moment, but we just re-signed them and kept them. So when you grade the overall free agency, you got to look at what we kept and we didn't lose. Like Leo just said, Kuntz and Butler. You know, so I mean that's a lot of people just look at what was available and what we did and bringing new players in. You got to look at the whole scope.
The Spillane one, him leaving, that one fucking hurt too. You know?
That one, yeah.
It did. I won't deny that.
he went back to with his boys or whatever. But yeah, that one hurt a little bit too, because now it leaves us thin at a position where I thought we would be okay. And then now with Spillane gone, I was like, fuck, now we got to worry about linebacker also. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I think probably the biggest signing would be Coons, bringing back Coons for that 1 year. You know, I'm happy to see what he can do in a full 1 year without injury.
Yeah.
We
I
got
know some
8
people
games and he fucking killed it. Yeah. So having a full year now with Christian Wilkins and Butler, man,
Yeah.
those trenches are gonna be fire.
Oh, man,
And then get Mason Graham at number 6. We're going to be rolling.
I'm so excited for Wilkins, man. Like, I legit was like, that was
Mhm.
becoming one of my favorite players last year before he got hurt. And that was the very few games, bro. Wilkins is just different, man. He was doing so much. Even like the numbers you don't see or whatever, just he's such an amazing player. And then when he went down, I was like, fuck. But it'll be good to see them all back, and hopefully the injury bug don't hit us like that no more.
Yeah, for sure. Like, don't make me
Set
get
your
myself-
stuff up, bro. Get on here.
Yeah, there you go. Bring the bottle, bro.
Mhm.
Man. I think the biggest is probably his back then. Yeah, I haven't seen really anybody that um really impressed me too much out in free
Yeah.
agency. It's a little bit weak, but yeah, I mean, I think back then having him there at guard, man, it'd have been solid. It'd have been solid.
Greenlaw. That's another one.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Greenlaw.
Forgot about him.
Yeah. And then
You
speaking,
can't be questioning with that question, right? You can't be serious. How much better is Gino than AOC?
did he ask that? Oh, yeah. So Arnie asked, how much better is Gino than AOC?
Come on,
not.
You
Come on, man.
want to
Come on.
have that talk?
He's so much better that AOC hasn't popped up in the chat anymore.
Yeah.
He's learned his role.
bro,
Like,
to
I'm just gonna take back now.
his room.
Oh
To his
man.
dungeon, I mean his room, bro. His room.
Yeah.
He went back to Facebook. He's off YouTube now. He doesn't follow YouTube anymore.
How the fuck am I Marsha? It looks like the Brady Bunch.
Oh man. But yeah, speaking of linebacker, Raiders did have a loss this week. Raiders lose on a Christian Ellis.
Hey,
And
did y'all see the final number on the contract? It
Yep.
wasn't the
here,
4.5.
I'm actually gonna share that.
Yeah.
Let me share that real quick. So hopefully y'all can see. But
Yeah.
so they matched the offer, and then the Patriots went ahead and like quadrupled the salary.
Mhm.
You know, so they gave him a $13.5 million deal. It's a 2-year worth 13.5.
Doubled his salary per year, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's
So,
pretty crazy.
I mean, no way are we gonna go ahead and match something like that.
No, we made that, and New England matched it.
What?
That's the offer we made, and New England.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I heard.
No. Vinny on
Or
Twitter
say that.
corrected that shit. Yeah.
They didn't up it at all. They signed. They brought him back for exactly what we offered.
That's what we offered, and then New England matched it. Yeah.
See, the player has no say in it. The player has
Yeah.
no say. So if we put him out there for a $50 bid to take him, and the Patriots go, well, we're going to match that 50. Boom, he stays with them.
Right,
You know?
and that's how the restricted free agency works.
Yeah.
If we could have.
Which showed me we really wanted him if we offered that much, bro.
Yeah, we
Do
could
you-
have if we really wanted him, we could have upped the bid, and then I think we had to give up the draft.
I mean, that was already a big up, like you said, with double his salary per year. Yeah. It was already a big up for him. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I mean, hey, that's how those things are. That's why I said pending the other day. I was like,
Yeah, I know. So I was like, this is what we're gonna come back.
pending on Monday if that comes through. And
That-
then these guys did it last fucking minute too. It wasn't even like, oh, this happened on Saturday or happened on Friday. This happened on Monday morning, and we lost out. So
Speaking of
but
tender, didn't Malcolm Butler sign his now? So he's with us again.
Malcolm Butler signed his. He got re-signed.
Mm.
I have it on Twitter. I retweeted it. He, I think it was. Damn, it's on my. It's not on my feed. Fuck.
Yeah, but I like him.
Yeah, he did get resigned. Yeah, he did get resigned though for sure.
Yeah. He's one that I liked. That he came back. Yeah.
Oh yeah, here we go. Per the wire, Raiders have signed exclusive rights. Free agent Matthew Butler.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't disclose what he got, but he did get resigned.
Yeah.
Yeah. But obviously we pivot and we move on. But I mean, who do you think we should get somebody else from free agency, or should we just focus on the draft?
Dude, honestly, to me that list is slim pickings. Really, at this point,
I would just be waiting at this point.
Yeah, I mean, unless there's somebody out there that, like, oh, his leadership, his scheme might fit us. Pete or one of the coaches worked with before or familiar with, bring him in or whatever. But I mean, at this point, who are we going to sign that we're going to be like, oh yeah, finally? I mean, other than who's the fucking linebacker that I've been saying, Mosley or Simmons, right? One of those fools. One of those dudes. Like, oh, we get a linebacker, maybe a linebacker. Because right now we're also like, fuck, who do we have besides fucking E-Rock? Because Diablo left, and then we got Tommy. We got Tommy Boy still. He's there, fucking Masterson or whatever. But yeah, I mean, at this point, when it comes to free agency, whoever we sign, I'm not gonna be like, oh, because there's really nobody left that's gonna make you go. Even if we were to get Lockett and me at this point would just be like, that makes sense. We've been saying that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I mean, Lockett's still available. Elijah Moore's still available.
Elijah Moore is another one. Yeah.
Gabe says, "Why would we not continue to add? What are we going to add that's going to bring any type of value? I mean, that's going to, other than just adding another body to the roster. I mean, let's put it this way: there was more excitement on players that were cut after free agency opened than there were that guys were already on free agency. Like the cut players had a bigger impact in the free agency than the guys that were already out of contract.
Are we adding just to add people? At this point, like, oh, we need more players, so let's just start adding motherfuckers. Because like, really, who's out there that your name is like, oh my god, this dude can make a huge impact on our team at this point? I mean, to me, the last one was Diggs. To me, the last one that could do that was probably Diggs, and he's gone now.
Well, we kind of had a feeling that probably would have happened,
Where did Cooper end up?
Oh, Cooper's the other one. Amari Cooper's
He's still out there, right?
He's still out there. I remember with Amari, I'm indifferent because of the way he left. Like, I wasn't a big fan of how the way the shit went down when he left. But I mean, he was one of my favorite players when he was balling with Carr. But then that shit changed. But I mean, I guess Amari could be an upgrade. I would say that would be an upgrade if he was added at receiver.
I got yelled at last time I brought him up. So I'm not bringing it.
This past. I mean,
I think when Rundown was on here, he was like, "No way!" I'm like, "Oh, I'm not saying his name anymore."
I mean, Amari Cooper to me would make sense because that would be an upgrade to our receiver room. It really.
Oh
would.
God, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. At this point, because our receiving room is fucking, to me, is so fucking.
Still not as bad as our running back room.
Oh, that's even worse. But even then, we added what's his face,
Mostert.
Mostert's good. I like the fact that we added him. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, because if you think about Amari Cooper, I see them two ways. He didn't do as good as I thought he would with Josh Allen, but then I remember the fucking Amari Cooper that was balling in Cleveland with fucking was it Jameis who was quarterback then?
They had a whole bunch of people because Deshaun Watson was never there.
Right, but remember he was fucking balling like fantasy league wise. Like, where the fuck did Amari Cooper come from? And he was just putting up numbers. Like, that dude was just putting up numbers, bro. He was scoring touchdowns, getting yards. So he can still play, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, still available
at Henry Ruggs. That's fucked up.
No, what?
Too soon, bro. Too soon. Oh man.
That one hasn't healed yet, bro. But But yeah, Keenan Allen, Mark Cooper, and I'll tell you Johnson and Lockett, Woods. That's your top 5 still in free agency.
Keenan to me is so injury prone at this point in his career.
Yeah.
It'll be we will see him less than we saw Diablo and Hobbs.
Yeah, I don't think that none of those guys I would be willing to pay because I feel like a lot of them would ask for a lot more than what I think that we think now. So I just would take it to the draft, to be honest, because we can get some late round receivers.
Keenan missed a lot of games, right? Chicago.
Keenan? Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Keenan's asking. I think the market value for him is about 11. Amari's on the high end. He's a 19.
Yeah.
Lockett's the one that's about 7.5. But that's just the market value for him. I mean, he's on the older side. You can bring him in like on a 6.5 million, or give him 7. You know,
right?
I'm pretty sure he's gonna want to come with Pete here, having that relationship over in Seattle for so many years. You know, so, but I know Jay is like all those guys are washed.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Gabe, who are we gonna get? Like, tell me, who can we sign that's talented out there that's gonna bring something to the team?
Well, you're bringing it's. I think they would if they would make a move in free agency for wide receiver. It's just to add that veteran presence, just like a running back.
Yeah,
right.
But 805 said it. 805 said in the chat. Wait till the June 1st cuts too. You still got June 1st cuts coming. So I mean, we easily could do something there because there's going to be talent that's going to get dropped there because of contracts and shit.
Yeah.
You know, so that's another one we could be saving the funds for too.
Yeah.
You know. And don't forget, out of that money, we still haven't solidified what the contract's going to be for Geno yet. I don't know what, you don't know what we're going to end up signing him to yet still. And that could be after June 1st, too.
I think we won't know that till after the draft, bro.
Yep. That's probably going to be the move, bro. That if we decide to go ahead and go for a certain quarterback that you do not like.
And then with New York signing Russ, bro.
Russ and Winston.
Not only that, but even who was it? New England snatching up Diggs. Like fuck, they've added offensive weapons. I could see them using their pick on one of the offensive tackles. And then imagine what that would do for the rest of the dudes in the top. They would drop down to us as well as an option. That would be fucking crazy. Yeah.
Especially if the 2 quarterbacks go 1 and 2.
Yeah, especially if they go like that. Yeah. Yeah. And that's funny because I don't know. To me, at this point, it's like who's out there? Who is it that you can go sign that? But like, if we get this dude, it's gonna be that. Other than just we're gonna spend money to bring him in. Like I said, Lockett's there. Cooper to me is a no as a leader, right? You don't bring him as a veteran presence. Yeah. But I mean, like, just because you have money doesn't mean you have to go out there and spend that shit right now with them. Who's available to use it? Yeah. Or who's worth it to you at this point, right?
Yeah.
And I get we missed out on Becton. We missed out on fucking the corners or fucking whoever, right? Or maybe we could pay Spillane more money at this point. But
also, don't forget, too, that money can be used in season to like these guys that we got a ton of 1-year contracts that if we want to keep them for next year, rather than do the same thing we just did now because our past GM was a fucking moron, not re-signing guys in the middle of the season. Like Spillane should have been wrapped up before the season even was half over.
But that regime didn't know if they were gonna fucking.
No, they didn't have a fucking clue. So you had so many. That's why you should never go into an offseason with 20+ fucking free agents like we did. That's the problem. You re-sign the guys that are viable for this team and mean something to this team.
Yeah.
So Coates, he's a 1-year deal right now. So if during the middle of the season he's paying off, and then we go ahead and we re-sign him in the middle of the season or rework his contract and extend him during the season, that's where that money's going to come from. That's what we're going to use.
Yeah. Or even people worried
you don't go into the end of the season, the end of this time with zero in the bank. Because comes mid-season, what the hell do you do?
Yeah, I would re-sign.
You can't run a business like that. You got to have residual money,
dude. If Kuhn starts to fucking show what he did and say the beginning or halfway through the season, you re-sign his ass in the middle of the fucking.
If by week 7 he's lighting it up like a son of a bitch,
like I'm not waiting
him then.
to
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
resign.
You
this
spend
dude
the bye week getting him taken care
Yeah,
of. Number one
exactly.
priority.
Yeah, dude. And to me, that's the whole thing too. With that, yeah, you got a lot of these dudes. Say fucking Roberts balls out. You know, oh shit, this dude. What are we gonna do? Fuck yeah. You have a super chat there, dude.
Yeah, I know. I was waiting for you guys to get done talking.
Yeah.
All right, I got a dive man. Advantage to trading back out of the top 5 is a dollar savings for rookie minimums in the top 10. 2024, JJ McCarthy at 10, 33.3 mil. Number 6 was 5.3. Goes up each year. Salute to our guy dive man of $5.
Yeah, thanks, that man. Yeah, and I get it. That appreciates. I think with rookie contracts, you're not worried about it because it's not that much anyway. Especially when you think
Well, it's
about
not like it used to be.
Yeah,
That's the
it
good
ain't like it used to be.
No.
Yeah.
Guys would fist fight to be the first pick because you got paid the most.
Oh
You know,
God,
it's not like that now. You know, they're capped.
Cooler,
Thank
Tim
God.
Couch, all those motherfuckers raping.
Look at your Marcus Russell. Look at the amount of money we dumped on him.
50 million, whatever the fuck you got from us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure.
But I get it. You do save a little bit, but I think at that point, if you trade out of the top 10, the talent level really is different between the top 10 to below that. You know, at that point, you're not getting players like a fucking Travis Hunter, Abdul Carter, or fucking, you know, whatever. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sam Bradford, another one. That motherfucker. Right?
It's like Sam Bradford.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, there. I mean, as far as free agency goes, there's some picks. We're getting to that. And anything that you do decide to go ahead and bring on, has to be strategic. It has to be a must-need player. You know, so I understand that they're making key signings for depth, and we do need that. But I think the real action is going to come from the draft.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's really what the game plan is for that.
See, even the players Gabe listed, Kendricks. How old is Kendricks now? He's not the same as he used to be, right? You're bringing up what older watch players to see if they still got it, right? Simmons. Why is Simmons still out there if he's such a high coveted free agent, right? What's going on? Asante Samuel Jr. He's the what if guy. He could have been, should have been, but he wasn't, right? And I get that, yeah, we're the team that we can fix them. We're that dude who's gonna fix the, you know, the toxic broken X or whatever the fuck. But yeah. I mean, they're not like we should or have to go out there and get them at this point, right? Yeah.
Yeah. But
Von Miller to me would be different, but I think Von Miller would be impact. But that's again how much he's got left in the tank. How much would he play? I think Von Miller would come in only on like pass rushing situations. You know?
Yeah, he's old. He's on the old side. He's not.
Yeah, Devin White, you know, someone you could look at too, right? Yeah, and I get that part, but to say that we should be going out there and bringing these guys in because we have to have them. Like, I wouldn't see these guys are have to have guys, you know. Even Simmons, and I like Simmons. I really do like Simmons. Yeah.
Yeah. Von's a no go. I agree. Yeah. Arnie Kuntz will be the X factor in defense. Geno Smith will be X factor in offense. Yeah, bro. I mean, you know, but you know, with speaking of the draft, obviously, that's really where you're going to build your roster from. And you know, it's not saying that there's no one good left in free agency. Is that the ones that are there? It's you know, it's not the cream of the crop, you know?
Right?
So there's not really anybody to go after. But yeah, I mean,
and I used to like Eric Kendricks. He's the one that went to UCLA, right, Nate?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think the question is, what's the Raiders' draft plan? Right.
Depends who you ask.
Then we start diving into the draft, so I think it's about that time to ask, what is the Raiders' draft plan?
It depends who you ask and what they like.
Okay, let me ask this question then.
We got Genty fans in the chat. We got
Money Chuck's in here, so he's gonna be Genty.
Yeah, we got Shador fans. We got trade back fans.
Right away, Genty at 6, he says. Wasted no fucking time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, see, that's crazy. Caleb Williams, the number one pick, was only 7.1 million, bro. The number one pick. That ain't shit. That's the number one pick. That's why Carson Beck stayed his ass in college. He got what, 6.5 on NIL to go
10.
back to school? 10 mil? 10
Yeah.
mil to go back to school, bro. Yeah. That's crazy.
That's crazy. So who do you think that we should draft at 6? I'm gonna start going down the line. No. All right, Leo. Who do you think? Things changed. Things a couple.
Yeah,
happened
they did
this week. Where we just talked about New York, talked about the Giants. They picked up Wilson and Winston. So now Jameis is over there.
Monday was fucking. I think my hopes we're not gonna get Shador Monday, right? Because they hadn't signed Russ yet. So to me, Shador wasn't going to be an option because he was going to be gone. Yeah. And then now the fucking Giants signed Russ and they got Jameis. So in my mind, they're not in the market for a fucking quarterback. So they're not going to get one, right? Who knows what the fuck Cleveland's going to do? So to me, in my mind, there's a chance that Shador falls to 6. And I will continue to say it. He's there at 6. There's no way the Raiders pass up on him. Even if fucking what's his name is there, Genty, right? Yeah, even if Genty is there, if Shador is at 6, I think that's who we take.
Yeah. What about you, Jeff? What do you think? Who should the Raiders get at 6?
31 picks.
31 picks, he said.
They're running the scenario right now.
I don't know. I think it's a fucking crapshoot at this point. Roll the dice, whatever's there. You know. Do I still think we're gonna go Shador if he's there? Yeah, unfortunately, I think that's gonna be the pick if he's there. Do I think it's gonna be Genty? No, I don't. And I pray to God it's not. I'm more against him right now than I am Sanders, to be honest with you. Because I know ultimately, what I would like to see us do is trade back.
Yeah, that's what I
thought. Trade back at least to 12. Trade back to 12 where we're not going too far back into the first round. Gain a second round pick and possibly something else too. I can live with that. And then at number 12, either take that pick or if you want to move back a little bit more to say like 18, get another second round pick and then make your pick at 18. There's still good talent out there that's going to have an immediate impact. You know, because the players we're going to need to fill holes are going to be in the second and third round, plain and simple. Running backs, quarterback's going to go later.
I don't know if Henderson would be that low because I like Henderson.
That would you could get him in the second round easily, very easily.
Yeah,
you can get the 2 running backs you need. You know, the wrecking ball and then your speedster. You know, a little more of a scat back out of this draft easily. I mean, shit, you could just draft the 2 from Ohio State and you get 1 of each. Boom, done. You know, it's.
Henderson to me is better than Johnson, but they're both good. Yeah,
yeah, but one's a bigger back by 20-something pounds than the other.
805.
You know, Judkins is the bigger back of the 2.
Yeah.
So you could still get Judkins and a smaller back later on too. I mean, there's so many running backs in this draft. It's insane.
I'm shocked that Anya likes Milroe that much. Apparently you like quarterbacks that can't throw. Okay. Cool. Like, wow, that's crazy to me. Yeah, I figured you were going to want to trade back. And it makes sense. And to me, I guess if Shador's not there and we're at 6,
when
I would have to see who's on the board. And then if we trade it back, I'd be like, all right, I get it.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a game time decision on the trade back, I think.
Yeah.
If I had to pick somebody at 6, to me it would probably be Mason Graham or T-Mac. I feel like one of those guys are definitely going to be there at 6. I really like Mason Graham. I think if we can add someone like that to our defensive line, that would be absolutely huge. And then T-Mac, we've been saying how much we need a receiver, and I think T-Mac he's a great receiver. He's that receiver that we need to. He's a big, tall, 50-50 ball.
And he's got speed, bro.
And he's
got
fast,
speed.
faster than a lot of people were thinking. So
Yes, he's faster than what people were thinking. Yeah,
so yeah, those are my two guys that I would probably go after at 6.
yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. What about you, Jay?
Well, this is my thing. So I think going up the draft board, so the 5 picks ahead of us, I think Tennessee could still get Abdul. I know now that
You don't think Tennessee's gonna go with Cam?
I don't know, maybe, but I think they
How do
want
they
that
believe in Will
generational
that
player.
much? Yeah.
They want that generation. So I feel it's either it's Abdul or Travis. And
Travis.
then
I wouldn't be shocked. Travis. Yeah. Uh-huh.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then 2 might be Cam. 3 it might be Travis if he's there.
Yeah.
You know, now that you got Russell and Jameis there. Who's 4? Oh, 4 is Patriots. So Patriots, they can either get
They're gonna get Membu.
they can, yeah, that's what I'm saying. They can get either an offensive guy or defensive
Right.
guy.
I think they're still going to take
So
Campbell.
what about
The kid
the
from LSU.
when the Cowboys draft or
They can
trade
take
up?
Membu.
That another scenario that came up today. Y'all see that today?
All right, I'm gonna debunk that shit right now. So I don't
Uh-oh.
see that happening for the reason being that Dak has a no trade clause in his contract, so he has to prove it.
But so did Carr, right? And there was
Yeah.
still talk
Yeah.
about it. And
What was
Yeah.
that? What did I miss?
Dak.
Dak has the no
Dak-
trade clause.
Oh, he
Yeah.
was
So he-
napping when we were talking about it. Tell him I don't think he saw
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
Yeah, I was in my afternoon snooze after the dentist
Yeah.
office.
Tell him.
So.
Tell him. So he's not like wondering what the fuck we're talking about.
Yeah, so there's a rumor that the Cowboys are trying to trade up to 2 with the Browns and try to make that move happen with Dak. But Dak has a no trade clause on his contract. So if there's something that happened, not saying that a trade cannot absolutely not happen, but most likely if it
Well, he has to okay it.
he has to okay it. And I don't see him wanting to go to Cleveland.
Fuck no.
Right? Right? Would you want to go to Cleveland? No.
God. Hell no.
And he just got paid.
um,
Got paid.
what are they trying to get by moving up to 2? Are they looking to go quarterback, or are they looking to do
Yeah, they
something
would-
different?
well, obviously,
They were-
if they trade away Dak Prescott, then they would probably go quarterback.
So what? They're thinking Shador, if the Titans take Cam Ward, or are they hoping that the
I think
Titans
they
pass on
really.
Cam?
I think the Cowboys really like Shador.
Oh, God, go
Or
for it.
Genty.
Not at 2 though. I don't think they
Then
would trade Dak Prescott.
I think you
and
got a better
get
chance of the
Gentry.
Cowboys
Jerry
trading
Jones,
with us
bro.
at 6 for 12.
Yeah,
You know,
he's
but it
dumb.
is
I don't
Jerry
think he's that
Jones.
dumb.
It is Jerry Jones, though.
It is Jerry Jones, bro. He would do some shit like that.
I mean, just look at who he hired as his head coach. I mean,
That was a miss. That was a miss.
Mm-hmm. So
you got rid of McCarthy for that? Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
that was a miss.
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
definitely an upgrade right there for sure.
So wait, I missed
yeah,
it. He debunked the trade.
yeah. I mean, it's just a trade clause is there, so he has to prove it. So it's
Okay.
just
Well,
not
the big
where
thing is, like Jay
like
said,
you're
is
going to,
does Dak want to go to Cleveland? Hell
Yeah.
no.
I mean,
What?
they
would you want to go to
basically-
Cleveland?
They keep telling him they don't want him in Dallas.
But they just literally gave him a massive contract.
Well, Jerry did,
Months
but I mean,
ago.
like
Jerry
the
did, yeah.
fans, they're all like are tired. They'd rather see
Oh,
Cooper
yeah.
Rush, bro, at quarterback than Dak.
They were yelling that. They were yelling that.
That was like us back in the day where we just wanted to see Vince Evans play. Remember those days, Jeff? Yeah. But the one I saw, Jeff, Jay, I was going to tell you, it didn't include the swap of the second round pick. The first round pick, the number 2. Yeah. It was Dak for Watson. I forgot what the fuck else it was. I was going to show it to you, but I forgot. Yeah. That would
Really?
make no sense if they didn't trade up. Yeah. To me, that would be
So
like,
they're
wow.
just going to trade. They're just going to trade the quarterback away and not move up in the draft.
And it's
all, or-
basically, I think, for the money they were saying. Because then you trade away Dak and his contract. And that
Well,
allows
yeah,
them
true.
to-
So you don't take the cap hit now.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. They would be able
But
to
then
pay
what's that do to Cleveland on their end, though? I mean, are they
Oh,
going
that's
to have to?
They
At that
love
point,
apparently paying people who can't play. Look at Deshaun.
Oh, yeah, look at they got a quarterback that's been on the team for 4 years. What's he played?
Oh, yeah.
5 games?
Dude,
I mean,
that's
the guy's done nothing.
crazy. Move up for Shiloh. I love the Sanders family, bro, but not at Shiloh.
Yeah, at this point, and go UDFA.
Every mock draft I've ever done when Shiloh's been available still, I just fire. I skip right over him.
Oh, bro, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a current rumor. But yeah, I mean, at 6, if Shador falls to us, which the mocks that I've done, I've seen him fall to 6. I mean, we've seen certain mocks even by other people that he falls even lower than that. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
I seen mocks where they got T-Mac falling in the fucking end of the first round, bro. And we're talking about wanting to take him at 6. Like the thing with mocks is that you just never know how it's going to go down on that. And then once you start going down, it goes by needs. How many teams besides the top ones need a quarterback? So you get to maybe Pittsburgh. You know,
I think the interesting thing is going to be like the night of the draft, that first round. You know, like I definitely plan on being live. I don't know if we're all going to be on together or whatever's going on that night. But it's going to be us talking in the chat, like everybody like taking their choice as to who they think, you know, especially after the first couple of picks go. Now it gets narrowed down a little bit. It's going to be fun to see who nailed the pick, you know, whether it was a trade up or trade back or, you know, taking the player that we thought that's going to be the fun part, to be honest with you, is to see.
I don't even care who was right. I want to see where the quarterbacks fall because then that means the rest.
Well, I just want to see. I just want to see what's gonna be there when it gets closer to our pick. Like when it gets to pick 3, you know, or even pick 4, it's like, okay, let's see what's coming up here. Like, you know, this is what's still available. Ooh, who do you think we're gonna go with based on our needs? Not so much based on who we think the team likes. You know, are they gonna make the smart move or are they just gonna go for, you know, the shiny object?
Boom. Madman with the $10 special. Browns are nearly as dumb as the Cowgirls. Trading Garrett would have began their rebuild with a fuck ton of money and capital. Hell, Watson is going to be out of there. We're going to be out another year. Insanity. They could have gotten 2 first.
And you know what? I agree with Naman in the fact that them being at 2, they could have gotten rid of fucking Garrett, even though he's great, and they could have drafted.
It would have been the perfect rebuild, to be honest.
They could have drafted Abdul Carter and added fucking players too.
Yep.
Still with the fucking picks that would have got for Garrett. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with Garrett talking all that shit. How bye Cleveland, I want to go somewhere and win. And like, no, bro, we'll give you millions. Okay, never mind, Cleveland. I'm cool.
Yeah.
Like, the money talked for him. He's like, oh no,
you know, yeah. But yeah, I agree with you, Nevin. That was dumb, bro. I would not have given him. I get it. He's that great of a player. Yes, he's the fucking best one out there right now. But if teams were gonna fucking give you draft picks and you were in a position now already to get someone like Abdul Carter who could be his fucking replacement,
would have got 5 years.
Yeah,
5
and you would have had Abdul Carter on a rookie contract, not having to pay him that much anyway yet, bro. Yeah,
exactly.
That is true. If we would have done that, if that was the Raiders, oh, bro,
would have been up in arms, bro.
Would y'all have done that? Say we were in that position, and then we didn't re-sign Max, and people were going to offer us first round picks for Max, and we were in 2, so we're in the position to take someone like Abdul Carter. Would you guys have been mad if we didn't trade away Max?
I don't know. I think their situation is a little bit more dire.
Is it?
Than ours. I think so.
Look at Jeff's face.
I know what Jeff's is gonna say.
Right? Because for them it's kind of the same. I mean, that's their Max, although even though Garrett's on a whole nother level.
I would have been opposed to trade Max if we knew we were going to get a guy like Carter, because those two paired up on either opposite sides would have just been it'd be too good.
So maybe they did do that, knowing they were going to get.
Yeah, I mean, being at 6 change. I mean, it realistically we wouldn't get Abdul, right? We wouldn't get him.
Yeah.
But at
Oh,
I mean, if we
2,
were picked,
we have a very fair
12 or something later in the draft, then okay, maybe. But if we were picked 2, if we were picked 2, especially knowing that the number 1 pick is probably going to go with Cam Ward, then you know we're going to get anybody we want. And if you could get somebody like Carter and pair him opposite side of Max, that's a no-brainer. I'm sorry. I wouldn't trade him at that point.
No.
If we were further back and we wanted to move up, then yeah,
right
I would
where
trade
they are,
him.
right there at 2, because then you know for sure you can get up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Two,
what
I
up,
wouldn't
Jack?
trade him.
Jack in a minute.
I know.
What's up, Jack?
Yeah, for real.
He was on the Monday show. Appreciate your brother tapping in. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, I think, and then the other question, I think, and it's a little bit of sensitive subject for some of us, but or I think most of all of us in this panel, should the Raiders draft Genty at 6?
No. I don't give a fuck.
Think the reasons
Cash,
why.
whatever
Right now.
Money Mark or whatever his name is, Mark Cash. Go ahead. I want to
I
hear.
don't
Yeah.
give a fuck if they're having dinner right now, bro. I don't give a fuck. No, everybody was at his pro day today. No.
No, I was listening to the rundown before we started, and he was talking about that. And he said if anybody that watched it saw what he was doing, he wasn't running any plays more than 15 to 20 yards. He didn't run the 40. He didn't do anything that showed him like his speed involved. Basically, he was like very reserved today at that
What's up,
pro
MC?
day. So that makes
He
me
didn't
like,
run the 40 either on his pro
not
day.
from what he was
either.
saying.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I get it. Genty had a great season. Yes, had a big game against Oregon. You know,
Frank
had a
Weather
lot
says
of
it
yards.
perfect.
But to me,
Shelf
he's still not in that level where you consider him. You have to take him like that.
It's not
Like
generational talent.
A
That's
Barry
for damn
Sanders
sure.
or like no, yeah. That he's got a lot of miles on him, bro. That's like going to the used car lot and buying that car that Hertz had the whole time. You know, like, hey, who had this car before me? Oh, that shit was at Hertz. Like, oh shit, hold up.
Yeah, and you know they beat the shit out of it too.
Right? Yeah. Like,
Because I know what I've done to rental cars before. I know I've beaten the shit out of rental cars. I've had one buried in mud and had to get towed out by 2 other fucking pickup trucks. So I know what I do with rental cars. So I can only imagine. Oh my.
Right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just yeah.
Especially when you get running backs are limited. Average lifetime's 3 to 4 years tops. You know, it's a miracle Saquon got out of New York before he was, before he was so beat up he couldn't even play.
Oh, that part right there. That's what I said the other day. Go back to that one where the flag.
Yeah,
and it would had he torched Penn State, it would be a different conversation. Yeah, and I agree with that. Had I seen him torch Penn State the way I saw Scadaboo torch Texas, I would have been more open to like, bro, maybe we should take this motherfucker at 6. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Maurice Jones-Drew was a good running back too, though, and that's no knock on MJD or
no. Yeah,
I love MJD coming out of college, bro. When he was at Jacksonville, whoo, that dude was a bowling ball, man. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What about you, Nate? What do you think?
Yeah, I think that just the positional value is not in Genty's favor at number 6, especially with how we've been talking about how the running back position is so extremely deep. That this draft, like the distance between Genty and the next best running back, whoever you have, is so minute compared to like, the distance between T-Mac and the next receiver or Mason Graham and the next D tackle. And so I think that it just doesn't make any sense for us to do it at 6. I'm not saying I would love Genty. I think honestly, he probably should have won the Heisman this year. I think he had that good of a season. To me, he was my pick for the Heisman. And I'm not saying that I wouldn't draft Genty at all. I just think at 6 is not a great positional value for the pick.
Yeah. And I think it does hurt him that there's so many good running backs in this draft class.
Yes, it does.
If there weren't as many, then you would be like, oh, you got to take him because there's not that
many.
No,
if running backs were limited this season, then okay, I could. It's the same thing with quarterbacks, which is why everybody's clamoring over the other 2. If they would have said only been like maybe 4 or 5 top running backs that anybody would even have an interest in it, okay, makes sense. I get that. But there's so many running backs that are just as good, if you ask me.
Wait,
Granted, I know I'm not a running back guru. I'm I'm built like a tank, but I'm not a running back.
Yeah.
But, and I know Money Chuck said Penn State put 9 or 10 in the box. Bad viewpoint. He's still in that game. Ran the ball for over 30-something carries, and he only had like 100 yards.
Yeah.
I mean, his normal games were usually 20-something carries and almost 200 yards every goddamn game. I mean, that's considered they kind of shut him down or shut him off.
They shut him down. They did.
Yeah.
Even though he got 100, but like you said, it was 30-something fucking carries.
Well, again, that's like a running back in the NFL. If he averages 100 a game and then he goes up against a top defense and they hold him to under 50 yards, they technically shut him down.
Right.
That running back just didn't have the same game, but he's also got the same number of carries to get that 50 as he would have to get the 100.
Yeah.
So if he would have played against more top like teams like Penn State on a regular basis, yeah.
I mean, he played Oregon, and I get that, but Oregon isn't known for their defense. It's Oregon,
No, they were an offense team.
Yeah, exactly. Even though they're in the Big Ten now and they're becoming a little more physical, because they have to, but it's still a big difference. Yeah.
Name a running back who can run against 9 in the box. Barry Sanders.
Barry fucking Sanders.
Marshall Falk probably could juke his way through it too. Marshall Falk would be another one.
Marshall Falk. Yes. Adrian motherfucking Peterson.
Christian Okoye would just bowl right through all 9 of them because he was just that big.
Till he got lit up by Steve Atwater. Oh, I still remember that shit, bro. Damn. Yeah. Bo
knocked him on his ass in that game.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he did. Bo's another one. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, there's the people we named. Ooh. MC, when you need to come on the show, bro? You've been working so much, man.
Right?
Yeah. I'm still waiting for your availability dates.
No, man. He's shout out to my boy MC. I really miss him, but he's doing his things to take care of his family. His job is very demanding right now at this point, so hopefully we'll get to see more and more of him once he gets more settled in, bro. But yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I'm just looking at more of Money Chuck's comments, and I'm just getting more aggravated too.
No, bro.
In the NFL, every time Barry Sanders played, his offensive line was crap. Every game he played, he was going up against that many.
Obviously, Chuck has never seen Barry Sanders play.
He's the same age. He's a couple years younger than me. So if he hasn't seen Barry Sanders play and he's about my age, then he just didn't watch football.
But even with someone like Barry, you still need more of a team. Because if that was all you needed, Detroit would have won something. And that was how you beat Detroit, right? You had to stop fucking Barry. Yeah.
I mean, Jesus Christ, Barry Sanders had one game the year he broke 2,000 where he finished with negative yards in the game, and he still had a 2,000 yard season.
Remember that? Yeah, for sure, bro.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, he's 53. I told you he's a couple years younger than me.
Yeah, bro. You saw it with Barry. You saw it with Marshall. Yeah, Marshall was fucking insane, dude. Yeah. Yeah. And mind you, the yards he got in college is based on more games played. Because Barry and them played less games when they were in college. They play more now. So Genty at Boise played more fucking games than Barry and them did. So when they were saying, oh, he gained as many yards as they did, those dudes did it in less games. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we're not saying that Genty sucks.
And I'm not. I think that's the part that gets me.
Some people,
it's
just he's not a number 6 pick. That's what it is.
I know Scott Mitchell was there in Detroit. I know that.
Who's the number 2 running back?
It's Omarion.
Yeah,
Omarion Hampton. He's the number 2.
He's the number 2 guy.
So how much of a difference is there between Genty and Omarion?
I think there's definitely a difference, but like I was saying, the difference between them, I don't think is that far. That's why I don't think, and not even on top of that, but I don't think that where the Raiders just need too many holes to be plugged besides the running back, and we can still get more value with later picks that we can still use.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So I think that's why. I mean, that's why like I said, I love Genty. I would be super happy with Genty. Not at 6 though. Not at 6. If we trade back, all right, maybe I'll think about it. If we trade back to like the teens, I'm more than happy to get Genty.
From Ohio
Dude,
State.
Barry had to do it against 11 players on the opposite side of the field. It's not just 9 players in the fucking box. It was the whole goddamn defense knew to key on him. So he went up against 11, if you really want to put it that way.
And you know what's
Jesus
crazy?
Christ. And the quarterbacks back then were Mitchell, were Rodney Peete, and there's one other, I can't remember his name.
Jeff, it's bullshit to think that they put 9 in the box against them. Because you imagine, there's 9 people in the box. So then isn't Boise stupid for not throwing the ball at that point?
Exactly.
They're not,
so the fact that never mind.
That's what I'm saying. The whole fact that you said they put 9, 10 people in the box is stupid. Because they don't do that.
I mean,
like,
hands down, Genty was their best player,
Yeah.
That's why they ran him so much.
Fucking rundown. If I put Chuck...
If I put Chuck in a mosquito,
if I put Chuck's brain in a mosquito, that bitch would fly backwards.
Oh my god. Tomlinson's another fucking beast. Tomlinson was a fucking monster.
Yeah.
LT was another one. Yeah. I couldn't stand that was a fucking Raider killer, man. Oh.
Hey, salute to my guy, Space Beast.
Space Beast, what up, big dog? What's going on, homie? Yeah.
That was special. Appreciate you,
Frank
brother.
Weber said Zonka. I was waiting for somebody to mention the old Larry Zonka days. I'm catching up. He said Forrest Grunt was a great running back too. Oh my god! Did Genty run for under 100 yards this year? And I get it. I like Genty, but dude, at 6, no, man.
No, I mean, I would want to go ahead and trade back, like Nate was saying, go back and go into the teens. 10. 10 would be good.
He said, I think Money Chuck is blocked on every channel. I cannot see his podcast. He's not blocked on mine, man.
Oh wow, bro! Damn,
I rarely block people, bro. If you're blocked on my channel, you did some shit.
I don't know. I'm about to.
If we trade back,
I don't block anybody either, unless they come in and do something stupid and stop, racist shit. Unbelievable.
What the fuck? The Raider rundown rented a room for an hour for his John and took a bath in the sink. That makes, bro.
I started to read that, but it was hurting my brain to understand
I need to
what he was
put my sound figure it out. That would have got one of those turf buzzers.
All right.
Oh my god. Oh,
that's the same dude that was going at it with Turf Monday night on your on your show Monday night. Leo.
Oh yeah, he was.
Oh yeah, he was getting on Turf too. Yeah, I wonder if he ever made it on Turf show. He said he was going to. Yeah.
He wasn't. He's not going to get on with someone else.
I think the thing that gets me with Genty, because so much of the media and everyone says or puts him at us, and I get it because we need a running back.
Draft.
Pete Carroll loves a running back. He's had great running backs, right?
Go ahead. Sorry.
It's just different to think that to take one that high when, like how you guys said, we can get a running back at a later point with the same amount of value, as opposed to using that number 6 pick on
with less
something else. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
To me, it's kind of like, how far does Genty fall if we're not at 6? If we're not so running back needy, like so obviously running back needy, how far does he fall? Like past 6? Because that's your real value. Right now, he's projected at 6 basically across the board because the Raiders are so obviously running back needy.
Oh, yeah. We're fucking horrible. Fucking running.
Yes. So everyone's evaluating him as like he's the number 6 talent because we are so running back needy. But how far does he go if we're not at 6?
Right.
That's what I'm wondering, to be honest.
Oh, I saw Barry play in Oakland. Yeah. One of my first trips actually in the Navy. I woke up that morning, we were underway. We went to Oakland. and all the OGs on the ship were like, "Hey, dude, you like football?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm a Raider fan." And we went to Oakland and they played the Lions. I was like, "What the fuck? I get to see Barry Sanders." I was more excited about seeing Barry Sanders, bro, than I was being in Oakland at a Raider game.
Yeah.
Look, if we draft Genty at number 6, I'm not going to be like, oh, what the fuck, and be the same thing if Shador was drafted. Even though as much as I don't like Shador, I've already come to grips that if that's who we pick, then I'm going to stand behind it because that's who we got. And no matter what I say or do is going to change anything. So I have to deal with it. I have to live with it. I might not like it, but I'm not going to come on here and complain and bitch and moan and groan. But I will tell you this though: if the guy sucks and he's gone from our team within 2 years or out of the NFL because he's so bad, I'm going to tell you, I fucking told you so not to fucking grab him because look what happened. I don't want to hear he needed an offensive line either.
I don't want to hear he needed an offensive line, right?
Yeah, exactly. If the guy just can't get it, like if he can't improve on his pass blocking, especially because that's one of his weaknesses.
Yeah.
And then we just move on from him at some point. Then we just wasted another first-round pick. It's no different than the picks that we got from the Khalil Mack trade. We wasted those picks. Those picks were some of the worst plays we picked with those picks. And look where we are. We've had no stability since that draft, pretty much. So I won't sit here and bitch about it.
Yeah, and I get. I think Gabe. I don't mean to say that Genty's bad because he's not.
Sorry, I got heated, but I'm aggravated.
Really like if we take Genty, we take Genty. It is what it is, right?
Right.
Like how you said, maybe they thought he was best player. They figure he's going to be generational. Fuck it, we took him. My opinion, though, I think we don't have to take him at 6. I think we can get a more talented player at another position and still get a good running back later on in the draft, right? Because to me, then that's where I make sense in my head. But I'm with you. Like if we take him, I'm not gonna be like, man, fuck this team and all this other shit. Like, no, like it is what it is. Like we got a good running back. Okay, fuck it. Hopefully this works out for us, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I might need a second if it does happen, but I'm on similar consensus. But it's not that I think we can get a better player. I feel that we can get a player of similar caliber and two of them. So you could double dip in that position because we do need that depth and that help in that running back room.
We need We need a true running back one.
Yeah. You get you could get Hampton. You can get a Hampton. You can go ahead and get Jenkins, and you have that continuity with him and Chip running that offense, and he's going to be there in the second round.
Yeah, and that would be open if the Cowboys want to move up and they want him that bad. And we swap 6 to 12. And then they give us an extra second or whatever extra they give us. And that's the other part. If we do that, there better be some good extra shit with it, right? Not like how we did that 1 year where we just swapped and like, what the fuck? That was it? Like, what do you mean? Like, you got to add more shit to it to make it worth dropping out of the top 10, in my fucking opinion. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's what I think. I mean, this class is so deep. You can get a running back in the second or late in the first and get another one in the fifth, and you're still walking away a winner. I don't see how you're not.
And I would see that with the Hampton. I told you, I like Henderson. I like Jay Henderson. He's one of the one that's become my favorite back for us to land as the one. And maybe because of the whole Ohio State Chip Kelly thing, when it comes to that. And then you add another dude to go with him. But yeah. I like Neal too, though, from Kansas. I still remember how hard that motherfucker runs. Neal, he's good. Yeah.
Oh, Neal is a sick. Yeah, he impressed me in that Colorado game, bro.
Yeah.
Tore them up. I was like, shit. Yeah, and he's there. He's there. I think he's top 10.
He said he thinks IP address means R. Kelly.
That's what I'm laughing at. He said earlier, too, he goes, it takes Money Chuck's an hour and a half to watch 60 minutes.
That one was funny. That one was fucking funny.
Oh man, Chuck, you can't even talk shit correctly. At least make me laugh if you're gonna talk shit.
Rundown said that about a half hour ago, and he's just
right. I know. That's why I'm just looking at his shit. Like, are you googling it? Are you asking Siri for comeback? Like, what are you doing, bro? Like, no. Right. You always get compensation, but I mean good compensation, bro. Like, make it worth it. If you're gonna
Mhm.
move out of the top 10, it better be fucking worth it. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
talking about second and third.
Yeah,
Well, the good
exactly.
thing for us,
Second
based
and
on what
fourth.
Gabe just said, he goes, I hope no one in our division gets Genty. The good thing for us is all three of those teams are picking late in the first round. Genty will be gone by then.
Yeah, unless they
Yeah.
trade up,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, yeah.
That's the only
So,
way that
yeah.
that would
Dude,
happen.
watch Harbaugh-
unless they
watch
trade up,
Harbaugh do
yeah.
that shit. Can you imagine Harbaugh doing that shit? Oh my god.
I can actually see that happening.
Oh, I would be sick to my fucking stomach.
Don't say that. Hush your mouth.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh man. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it'll probably be Shador. Shador, if not Graham, or if not, trade back. They're
Like,
gonna trade back.
it's funny when you hear that. Oh, well, they don't want you. Teams don't want you to get him, so they'll take him, so you don't. I don't think teams think that way. I think fans think that way. I don't think teams would be
Hey,
like, "Oh,
Billy
we
Chuck,
gotta
shut
get
up, man.
him."
We offered you to come on the show the other day and get on camera and get on mic, so I don't want to hear it. You've had more than one opportunity to get on a goddamn show.
He's
So
still fucking. He's over here
fuck
trying
off,
to find
man. I'm sorry, but I'm sorry, everybody in the chat and shit. But I'm fucking this motherfucker's getting to me tonight.
Don't let
He's
him
getting
get you.
aggravated.
Dude, come on Friday. Friday, it's open. Friday is open.
There you go.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Jeff hosts it. I think
And Jeff
is gone too, right?
Open up a fucking call line. What am I, the fucking what's his name?
Right, that's what I'm
Fucking-
saying.
Ain't open up a fucking call line.
Make sure your AOL minutes are loaded, bro, so you can be on here long enough. Like, we got you.
This ain't locked on Raiders, bro.
The better your scouts
You
are,
can't
the
put
more-
long distance phone calls on EBT cards, so
Mhm. Oh man, that's hilarious.
Oh,
Lord Roshidas, what's up, bro? What's up? Welcome.
salute, brother.
They have a value chart for compensation that I think Jimmy Johnson implemented. Yeah, I've seen that before, Arnold, too. The value chart, like if you give up this
Yeah.
and da, 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 da. But it changes though year to year. Because remember last year, the value chart for moving up to the top 2 or 3 picks was like insane, right? You had to give up like 3 or 4 first rounders in order to move up last year. Whereas to this year, it wouldn't be as expensive to move up if you wanted to. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But last year it was Caleb, Drake, and fucking Jaden. Mm-hmm.
yeah, get it off the men's room wall. It's right next to your mother's phone number. Hers is highlighted.
I'll get your number from the men's room's wall. Oh my god, how old are you? Are you sure he's 53? Are you sure? Oh my god. Like,
Apparently not.
What up, Robert Pena?
Siri can have better comebacks than this. Dude. This is ridiculous. Jeff should have a Raiders fan call line. You know what? We thought about that. We've tried that before. The problem with that, honestly, is some people will like to go on forever. Right?
Mm.
Go on forever. And you gotta fucking end that shit.
That's why you fucking hang up on them.
Right, which is why you have the Friday show where you can open it up and you being in control, you can fucking clip off.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Jack that night, I had to mute him.
Yeah.
And
There you
Angelo,
go, like
muted
that.
Angelo before too.
Yeah. But even JT's had people on there that he's kicked off that have argued with him about them. I remember hearing that episode. I bet you JT regretted it that day.
I mean, is this dude his agent or something? Is that what it is? Is he Genty's agent? I mean, I've never seen anybody so fucking gung ho on
Only
one
other
player.
person I've seen this hard over a player was Turf with McCormick.
Really?
And he still is.
Oh, he still is for
I mean,
sure.
I know
Yeah.
I know what I won't say around Turf as far as like, hey, McCormick's probably done. I'm not gonna say that with Turf on the show with me. Absolutely not. Because I'll never hear the end of it. You know?
Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, you'll get that. Once you get that, bro, it's woo.
Right
You heard
above your
Chris,
name,
man.
805, fucking money Chuck. He's aggravating the shit out of me.
I don't know whose channel he's on. You know,
Probably mine. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. 805. What's going on?
That's
man?
why there's mods. So y'all do what y'all need to do.
Honestly, I don't
I
see
don't
it. Or I
say
wouldn't do anything because it doesn't bother me when they're like that. They can. It's like they're arguing with themselves at that point in the chat. And if the chat wants to argue with them, like, go ahead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Mhm.
Exactly.
That's why I just do it. Let's run Superstar.
Type. Jeff knows what that is.
Because
What,
they
time?
still have that mode on Madden.
Yep.
Oh my god, they still have Superstar.
It's just fired.
Really?
Is it? Do they still have teams when you could play on the same team against other people?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
The
Mhm.
superstar one's awesome. You should see my guy. It's fucking huge.
Yeah. Mhm.
Nate's and Nate's and Jess's are like this big, and my guy's like this.
Of course it is.
He's a 400-pound quarterback at 7 feet tall.
Yeah. You guys stay away from Tyler Warren. Yeah, Tyler Warren's the tight end, right? The other tight end that went out of is it Penn State? Or is he one of the quarterbacks?
No. Tyler Warren is the tight end at Penn State.
Yeah, he's a tight end. Yeah. Yeah, that would be fucking crazy. We get another tight end.
That'd be down.
Yeah.
At this point, I would be like, fuck, man, are we just fucking stacking them up? Like, what are we doing?
You know, it was only a matter of time before he took it to an elementary school level. I'm not shocked at his latest comment.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have to.
I'm dead.
Put him in
There's no way he's 53 and talking
Well,
like that. I'm sorry.
Put him in timeout again.
I did already there. Fine.
All right, there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, trust me, being in the firehouse for 30-something years, I got fucking thick skin when it comes to busting balls. So that don't bother me. But it was only a matter of time before he went to the suck my dick route. I knew that was coming.
Yeah.
There's no way that fucker's 53.
Once you started saying your mom, I was like, bro, how old are you? Like, fuck. Yeah, I did one with Tommy Chong, played through a career in Hawaii, then played 2 seasons. Yeah, I remember doing that. You used to be able to do it. You started NCAA, and you can import them into Madden.
You can do that now that they have college football.
You can do that again? Yeah. I know what's his name does that on 6. I don't think he's here today, but on 6 does that with his Miami player. You know, that's the only way they become good is they're created because Miami sucks.
My franchise team is absolutely horrible on that thing.
Yeah. Jets.
So, what is up with this Membu? I keep hearing his name moving up. He's moved up to like the top.
A lot.
Lineman.
He did it it was all from the combine.
Is that what it is?
Combine.
And
So is
his
he the
highlights.
Bruce Campbell or is he for real?
What was that?
Yeah, you don't know.
Bruce
You don't know
Campbell
until
or is
he's
he
in the
for real?
league. Yeah, you don't know until the league. He looks good. He looks really fucking good.
And, like,
He should be ahead of
block-
Campbell.
We don't need a tackle though.
Mm.
That's the
I mean,
problem.
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't be opposed to taking one later in the draft as like
Yeah.
a project behind Colton for sure.
Mhm.
Because we got a decision to
Eric
make with him
Reader,
towards the end of the season. But
And I've heard
he
that
definitely
too.
he
You just
definitely
think it's
passed
time to
up
get a
Campbell.
replacement for Colton?
Huh?
You think it's time to get a replacement for Colton?
He's 31. He's in his
I
final
think
year.
so.
He's
Yeah.
going to be a free agent. If he wants to move on, it's up to him at that point.
And
If we make him an offer to
tackles
keep
get a
him,
lot of money, bro. Left tackles get paid a lot. Mhm.
This is the thing. I don't know if you want to go ahead and move Glaze inside. He's still developing, and he had a pretty solid year. I would like to see him.
I think Glaze
do.
showed he can play both, though. Mhm.
I wouldn't want him. I
It's
mean,
easy to
right
make the
tackle is a natural
transition.
position.
yeah, it's an easier transition going from tackle to guard. To go from guard to tackle is a totally
That's
different.
different.
beast.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Just like
You go from the
center and
outside
guards
in.
can be interchanged.
Yeah. Mhm.
You
I
know,
heard it's harder when you're trying to go from the inside to the out. That's what
Yeah.
it's harder. For
Yeah,
you.
because you're so used to playing with somebody on either side of you too. So
Mhm.
you've got support on either side. When
Yeah.
you play left or right tackle, you're alone on the island, whether it's your left side or your
Mhm.
right side. You have to hope your running back's going to help, or if you got a tight end.
Yeah.
But yeah, Membu did surpass Campbell because Campbell didn't have that good of a combine. And again,
Yeah.
his big issue is the length of his arms. They
No.
were calling him T-Rex, and you could actually physically see it the day of the combine. His
they were
footwork was okay, wasn't the
Mhm.
best, but what really did it for Membu was his strength. I mean, he did 31 reps on the bench press.
Yeah.
I mean, that's huge. That's
Yeah.
huge at a tackle. Just that ability to push off, and that's why Miller looked so bad this year because not so bad, but because his left arm was just still so
Yeah,
banged
he
up.
was recovering from that injury. Yeah. Mhm.
And if you watched it progress as the season went on, he got better with his left arm because you got to whip that left arm up because that's your last line of defense is to
Mhm.
offset whoever's coming around you. And if left arm's your bad arm,
Yeah.
So
And then there's other linemen. There's Membu. There's fucking Campbell, the one you're talking about. That's the one from LSU. right?
Yeah.
Campbell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
Campbell's
Homeboy
from
from
LSU. The
Alabama.
other kid's from Missouri.
Yeah, I like
Booker?
Homeboy from Alabama, Booker. I like him. There's a kid from Missouri too, whose name's been thrown out there a couple times. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, have you guys seen the wide receiver from UNLV? They just had their pro day.
Ricky White.
White. I've taken him in a lot of my
Yeah,
mock
he
drafts.
I
And I
like
think
him,
he's,
bro. I really, really hope that fucking people are like he's in the whatever conference they're in. He's not that good, and he fucking ends up in Vegas, bro. I think he could fucking be good with us. Yeah, I like him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that, Chewy. He wants to come to Vegas. He said he would love to stay home. Yeah.
Oh, makes
Yeah.
sense. I mean, you know.
I mean, and he's a 6'5". He's a 6'5" guy. He has pretty good hands, man. I mean, that would be a solid pickup for sure.
Yeah. And I get like I would not. I mean, I'm not gonna be mad if we go with offensive line. Pete Carroll's done it before. Okun, like one of his first picks, right? Russell Okun. Yeah. So I mean, it makes sense because you want to solidify that line before you develop and build that running game. But yeah.
You know, this is the other thing that gets me too is everybody keeps saying, you know, Genty's the style running back that Pete Carroll likes. You look back at Pete Carroll's history, Marshawn Lynch, or you know, Genty's a Marshawn Lynch type of guy. He didn't draft Lynch.
He's not
You know?
Lynch. Lynch ran over more people, bro. He's not Lynch. Yeah.
And besides, Lynch didn't draft Lynch. Lynch was a trade pickup from Buffalo.
Yeah.
You know. You know, that's another player right there. If you think about it, yeah, he was great in Buffalo. He was really good.
I like Lynch in college.
He had wasted years up there. He came to Seattle, and that changed that team. That's another example of exactly what Rundown was talking about. And, you know, I still resort to Daniel Jeremiah's article. If you read about it, you know, teams have to be ready for that type of player.
Yeah, you do have to be ready for that one.
You know,
I mean, look at
Philadelphia
Bijan. Bijan's years, honestly, are being wasted on the.
Oh, in Atlanta? Oh, hell yeah. They don't have the right setup to use him the way that he should be used.
No, not at all, bro. Yeah.
You know, if he went to Philly? Guess what? I think they still would have won a Super Bowl this year.
Oh, dude,
I think that would have made that much of an impact. You know.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Teams that need that one player just puts them over the edge.
Yeah. He drafted Rashad Penny, who was a bum.
Shout out Norwalk.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Man,
Wow.
you know the locals, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Norwalk.
Hey, but I got you guys on Graham. Yeah, I didn't even know Graham was a local guy.
I forgot about that. I forgot about it. Yeah. And then T-Mac and fucking Mason Graham had been on the same team.
Yeah. Rundown was a local. Shit, y'all don't sleep on Rundown. Rundown was a local, man. Yeah. Oh shit. You got an email about the photo shoot, Nate.
Oh, I haven't looked at it yet.
Raiders Against the World is hosting a little photo shoot where they're going to be promoting their clothing line. So if you don't follow them on Instagram. Raiders Against the World, really cool ass dude. He's actually doing a few local events here too in the IE, a little pop-up tent here and there. So follow his page, you can see them. But he said which is going to take place April 5th, 11 to 1, bro, in Riverside.
I'm going to be modeling the absolute chaps on that.
He's gonna wear his PJs, his Raider PJs.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's our guy. Raiders against.
Yeah, he's a really, really cool ass dude. Really cool ass dude. Please wear all black attire, no other colors. So don't be coming in your angel red, fool. You get turned away. Yeah, run down in Riverside, bro. The photo shoot's gonna be in Riverside. Yeah, in Riverside, California. That's where Homeboy's from. He lives out there. Yeah. He's like, be honest. Lynch was the exception, not the rule. There is no Lynch in the draft this year. There will be, and I think that's the part too. Like, we can't say, oh, this is the Barry of this draft. This is the Bo of this draft. Like, let these dudes come out and show who the fuck they are. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I don't think there's a Lynch. Lynch to me was fucking different, but he's just fucking animal. Lynch was like that in college, bro. The way he ran in the NFL, he ran like that in college.
Yeah, for sure.
I got cousins out there in Corona. Oh, you got cousins in Corona. Oh, okay. All right.
Oh shit.
Oh, Bueno's around. See, Bueno, you probably live over by where I live, bro. I'm in Pomona. I'm like 25, 30 minutes away from Riverside. Yeah.
Man.
It's a little further for Nate. He's from Whittier, where the girls are
Whittier.
prettier.
Yeah.
Whittier. Where they eat
Yes,
hot
sir.
Cheetos. Hot Cheetos.
That's right. That is
Where they
definitely
eat hot
correct.
Cheetos and drink Buzzball.
Definitely true. Definitely true.
Oh my god, those fucking things are nasty, bro. Nasty.
What, Buzzballs or Hot Cheetos?
Yes, Buzzballs.
Buzzballs
Buzzballs
are
fucking nasty.
there. Get you
Yes.
fucked up though.
Like, I'm
Oh,
too
yeah.
old to be drinking shit like that. Like, I can afford to buy good liquor.
I feel too old to be drinking that shit because that shit could be giving me fucking headaches. Like,
You
hell
that's
no,
what
I'm good.
saying? Yeah.
I'm good up that.
That's
Those
like
folks
back in the
suck
day
ass.
with,
Hey, you're not wrong though. You are not wrong though. I'll tell you that. You ain't wrong about that.
hey, we better not give Jeff no fucking Buzzballs then. He dropping those chops.
Like, woo.
Oh, okay, Bueno. He lives in Highland near Redlands. Oh shit, my bad.
Okay.
All right. Okay. He live by the casino.
There you
Uh,
go. There you go.
Yeah, dude. Fuck, when I tasted the Buzzballs, I was like, this is like drinking Four Locals all over again. Like, never again will I do
Yeah,
Dang.
hell no.
that.
Bad experience with Four Loko. Yep, Dix Insider said it right there.
Yeah,
Hell no.
Shout out to my guy, Dick
Dang. Four Locals in college, man.
Cider.
Mad Dog
Look.
2020s is crazy too, bro.
You know, the first time I
That's some
had a
high
Four
school
Loko,
shit.
I went skiing with one of my coworkers, two of my coworkers, these two girls, they wanted to go skiing. So we took them up there. I was showing them how to ski. And they bought Four Locos on the way up. Man, this one girl got so fucked up off the Four Locos. I was like, Jesus Christ. She couldn't get on the lift. She kept falling.
Damn.
Dickies.
Oh my God, dude. But they swore by that shit. And I get it, because that's the quick way to get fucked up. A quick, cheap way to get fucked up was to drink those Four Locos.
Good old bottles and James wine coolers. Those were the best back then too.
I remember the Boons, the Boonies, the Strawberry Hills, the little wine cooler things or whatever. Yeah. Where's Chris at? Chris fucked with some Zimas.
Oh god, dude! I used to work as a bouncer in at a bar in Providence. I mean, that shit was big back then in like 90, 91.
Yeah,
Fucking carrying cases of that shit upstairs for the bartenders. Like,
Oh, Eric, I
that shit
remember
was
that.
fucking nasty.
I was at work and I cut the draft off when they passed on Carter. Oh, Nap Man.
There you go with the $5 special.
Genty
Genty
had
had
1,030 touches in 3 years. That's a lot, bro. Only 3 players
Okay.
had 2 consecutive 200-yard games. Minter, Madison. Wow. I totally forgot about fucking Minter. Yeah.
Man.
Jesus. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Zima with what?
Midori.
Midori.
Oh,
Midori.
okay.
Ugh.
Zimas were like the Smirnoffs before Smirnoffs.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. So
I feel
before
like I heard
Smirnoff-
of those before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So Zimas
bro,
were like
they
the
didn't taste
Smirnoffs
really
before
good.
Smirnoffs came around, bro. Yeah.
I think I tried a Zima long time ago.
You don't think it was Zimas? They were god awful.
Yeah, the girls love them though. Zima was
Oh,
7.
it tasted
I don't
just
know
like
why.
fucking
Yeah.
tonic water. It was disgusting.
Yeah, Zima was much. Raider Nation. I remember Cisco. Cisco's were Cisco's were bad too.
Mhm.
That's back when you couldn't afford shit. Like I said, now I can go in there and
Yep.
buy me a bottle of Crown, bro. Tariff or no tariff, I'll still
There
buy
you
me some
go.
Crown.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Wow.
So fucking tight.
Did the timer run out?
That was fucking hilarious. Oh my god, the funniest shit he said all day. That's hilarious.
Smokey the Bear Dead Talk. This is the alcohol channel. It's a Raider channel, bro. It's part of it.
Dead ass.
Oh no, I'm not saying it's expensive, bro. I'm just saying Crown. I'm not saying it's expensive. I'm just saying I'd rather drink that than fucking the other shit. Yeah. If Zemo was the OG White Claw.
There you go.
What? Old English, damn, bro.
Some
That's some
OE.
bum beer.
That's where
beer, bro.
the 8-ball comes from. The OE, the 8-ball. That's what they call that shit. The 40s. Yeah.
Yep.
That's some hood
Yep.
shit right there.
I had King Cobra though.
Keep going.
That's
Fucking
yeah.
Slurricane, fucking Hurricanes.
$2 for a King Cobra. You remember that
Yeah.
shit?
Oh yeah, bro. It was like $1.50, dog.
They still got
$1.50.
$3 Cobras over around here.
Ah, shit, bro. Y'all.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yep. $1.50 Cobra. Ah, that's nasty.
What else? What else we got, Jay?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, as far as draft picks, I mean, what do you see the Raiders draft plan going as far as drafting in the first 5 rounds? Because I think the first 5 rounds are the meat and potatoes of this draft.
I really, really hope we get fucking receiver, running back, linebacker, and some interior line on the offense. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like if we don't, like obviously to me, Shador is it, right? We get Shador. If we don't, then we get a premium top 10 player. But I mean, after that, I would want fucking a linebacker, receiver, interior lineman. Yeah. Because to me, those are one of our bigger fucking needs. If we're gonna start building in the draft, that's where we need to go in there and go after. To me. Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Nate?
Yeah, you know what? I'm kind of cool with going with pretty offensive heavy in this draft because I feel like we kind of went pretty defensively heavy on in the free agency and re-signings. So I'm cool with giving attention to the, like Leo was saying, we definitely need receivers and running backs, and we all know that. So I would say those are probably my 2 biggest ones, and then of course linebacker. Linebacker, I think, is a little bit thinner than the rest of the positions in this draft, so I probably do a little bit higher priority on the linebackers. But yeah, I think those 3 positions are super vital for us.
Or even a corner, go get me Benjamin Morris. I don't know what to do.
I can wait for
later
round for that. What about you, Jeff?
Yeah, that's why I said interior Rosetown. I think Jeff's reading the comments, trying not to get mad.
Yeah.
But they try to.
No, I saw it. It doesn't bother me anymore. I don't really give a shit. Besides, Jack took care of it already. I noticed he removed the comment. Oh man, I really want to see us just make this defense the nastiest fucking defense possible. I have a hard time passing up on a talent like Graham or Carter if he's there. I really do. I know we need linebackers too.
Bro, if Carter's there and we pass on him, I will shut off wherever I'm at and go home.
Yeah. We passed on one Carter before. If this one falls to us, we better not pass up on this one.
Yeah, it would be.
We better not pass up on a Graham or a Carter. That's my thing. And if Genti's there, we better not take him over either one of those 2 because that would be the absolute dumbest move ever.
Oh, to take him over someone like Carter or Graham?
Yeah. If Carter and Graham are both there at number 6 and so is Genty for some silly ass reason, those 2 are still there and him. If those are the 3 players and we take Genty over either one of those 2, what are we doing?
Yeah, I wouldn't even take Genty over T-Mac. I would take T-Mac first.
I would too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would definitely take fucking T-Mac over him. Yeah. And that's another 2.
Oh yeah.
There's receivers, but not like T-Mac in this draft. And I think that's the difference too. Right.
Yeah. Good old Jackie boy. Thanks, Jack Kenna.
Because you got a couple of other receivers. I told you, like the one I like from UNLV. Then you got homeboy from Ohio State. What's his name? How do you say his name, Nate?
Mika Egbuka.
There you go. That
Buka, whatever.
Yes,
something like that.
Something like
drop
that.
A bunch of vowels on the floor.
Mika Egbuka.
Ibuka. Yeah. Him. I like him. Yeah. But then again, like
Xavier Truss in the late rounds. Xavier Truss in the later rounds.
There you go.
I'm pushing for that kid big time, man.
Kyle Williams I've heard Kyle Williams.
Yeah.
Rundown. I was gonna say rundown. Put me on him, man. That's rundown.
Yeah. Kyle Williams.
I have been ever since you brought it up. Rundown. I've been watching him. I saw it.
Yeah, Daniel Jeremiah has Kyle Williams as like the second best receiver overall in this draft.
Mhm.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
He has him the number one receiver overall.
Second best.
Second? Oh, okay.
I think number one is Golden. No, I don't remember. Honestly, I don't remember. I have the
Depends
TikTok,
what you
but
look at.
Golden's
Yeah,
homeboy
just-
from Texas, right?
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, dude, Bueno, that's a no brainer.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
He could come. Him and his podcast,
I'd be good with just
Oh, yeah,
taking
bro.
Parsons for
Okay.
number 6, bro. Fuck.
right?
You
Yeah,
can have the number 6. I'll take Parsons. Shit.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Fuck yeah.
Just
Take
don't
it.
tell him that. Make it a package. Make it interesting.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah. I mean, I if after Shador or Graham, I think wide receiver, running back, linebacker, and then go for your lineman. Get one
What's up,
guard,
SoCal?
and then
Mhm.
after that, it's tackle and depth players. After that,
Tackle and def players.
yeah. I think in that order. I think you need to get that. I think receiver and running back are both critical. I think the running back is a little bit more critical, but receivers right there. We need
especially
another
if we
guy.
go back.
We need a
Fucking-
number one. Mhm.
Yeah.
We need a number
You know what's
one.
funny? You guys bring up mock drafts. Somebody posted their mock drafts the other day, and they were able to trade Zamir White for a 4th round pick.
Really?
I'm like, you can find a team stupid
I'm cool with
enough.
that.
And this
Cowboys.
is to me why they're not realistic, right? Because what fucking team in their right mind would trade you one of their 4th round picks and this draft with this many running backs for Zamir White? Like, come on. Yeah. Mhm.
Do you remember who the team was that took him?
I can't remember. I glanced at it.
Find out because we need to stop making phone calls to that team for real. Say, hey, we got a gem for you.
Bro, we got a gem for you.
One time only offer.
Salute. So
Yeah, they had traded.
We'll even throw in Michael Mayer because we know Jack loves him.
No, the round before that, I think it was the 3rd round. They had traded Michael Mayer in the 3rd round, and then in the 4th round they traded Zamir. Yeah. Mhm.
Jeez.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Which in this draft, depending on who we picked with that 3rd round pick, I wouldn't be too mad if it was for Mayer. But depending on who that was, you know,
Mhm.
like if it was one of the running backs, like, oh fuck, he was still there and we were able to land him there, or some shit like that. Or if Dart fell to the 3rd round and we landed him there, you know.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Yeah. Look at that.
Right.
See? Yeah. And Stott won the 1st round, had his draft in 5 running backs. I told you. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. It's crazy the way some of them are set up. Yeah. Gino,
Yeah.
Kelly, and Genty versus Minshew, Zamir, and Turner. Oh, wow. They have a question for you.
Jeffrey.
If Mason, what? If Mason,
Mason
Graham-
good. Mason Graham. Fucking guy.
Oh,
He's gonna be going through each one, bro, until he finds the one. Oh man, that's funny. Yeah. Let's see.
Come on, Jack. The suspense is killing us.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Jack to go ahead and
I have a question for
Thank you.
Jeff. If Mason
yeah. It's like,
Did he just like have a heart attack mid text?
mid type,
Yeah. As he fell, he hit send.
yeah. Oh man, but speaking of which, there's rumors. That's the one thing I didn't touch on, but the new rumor out there, I think they have us linked to trading with Indy for Alec Pierce. I don't know if you guys saw that out
I
there.
have not seen that actually.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that a couple of times. I talked about it on the Monday show. What about? Have you seen that, Jeff? That trade for Alec Pierce from Indy, the receiver.
No,
Yeah, they have us linked to that.
it's linked to everything. It's ridiculous.
I know.
As soon as somebody mentions a name, oh, the Raiders might be wanting him.
Yeah.
You know?
The one I had, the one that died down was the George Pickens one. I think that
Mhm.
lasted for like a week, and then
Yeah,
a
it's
week and
lost
half.
a little steam lately. I noticed.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, oh god, got a $5 special. Navman, Dixon, side her has the best name in the nation, no question. Also, a dude that has great knowledge and insight. Much love, bro. Name makes me giggle every time. Facts, bro.
And that man dropping the fucking money today. Jam.
I know. Get me
man.
monetized. That man, you can come on my show anytime, dog. If you drop that kind of shit, huh?
We gotta get you monetized, my boy.
No, for sure.
Gotta
Nate?
get you there. Yep.
Yup.
Oh, I'm surprised your gaming hasn't gone up. Has it?
A little bit. I get watch hours. Pretty good watch
Okay.
hours.
There you go. There you go. Yep. Yep. But I was talking about the rumors. I don't know. Did you hear about that? The rumor they have is linked to trading for Alec Pierce from Indy.
Wait, that wasn't a rumor. Somebody put that up there. Who was it?
That's a rumor.
DSR?
Yeah. Was it?
No, I'm just
Nah,
fucking
but
around.
it's gaining steam a couple places. But like the whole thing with George Pickens too is that's been that fizzled out. That fizzled out.
Yeah, because you shut it down everywhere. For I saw you.
Like,
Yeah, I saw the Pierce thing. I forgot what it was for, and I was like, "That's stupid."
yeah, that's like totally stupid. So somebody was arguing with me for on Monday's show in the comments. I'm like, don't make sense, bro. There's the draft.
Jack asked this question. I guess it's a question. Jeff, I have a cue. If Mason Graham or trade back. So he wants to know if I would take Mason Graham or trade back. If Mason Graham's there, I'm taking Mason Graham.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm taking Graham. If Graham's going and if Genty's there at 6 and that's the option to take Genty, trade back.
Trade back.
I'd even pass the pick on to someone else and skip our 6th pick if Genty's there.
Relax.
Okay, that's a little bit too much now.
Right? Yeah, I trade back. Graham, I'm drafting. I'm taking Mason Graham. You can't pass him up. I wouldn't trade back in that case.
Think about it. It would be Cam, Shador, Graham, Carter, Hunter. So those 5 would have to be gone. That still leaves T-Mac. So it wouldn't be just Genty for us. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. At the worst case, it would be T-Mac or Genty.
Yep.
Right? Okay.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's an obscure chance that even Travis Hunter could fall.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's I mean, in all honesty, anything's possible in those first 5 picks.
It's very possible.
You know, man, and I will say if he falls to us at number 6, I'm taking Travis Hunter.
If I was the Raiders, I would.
That's a talent you don't pass up. That kid's just the best athlete in this draft. Plain and simple.
I would be creating all these rumors about his character because of his social media,
because of his girlfriend.
Yeah, like making that fool stock just drop.
Yeah.
Right? Like talk all kinds of shit. Like, why would you want this kid? Like, this is ridiculous. Like, he was at Colorado. Who did he compete against? Like, all that shit. And then when he falls to 6, fucking take him.
Here we go. What does Graham do that's special?
If you say Mason Graham's only pass rush move is a bull rush, you know zero ball, dude. You know absolutely zero ball. He has some of the best hand fighting in an interior defensive lineman since I don't even know when. Like Warren Sapp, maybe? Like, dude.
Oh my god.
He's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. He's not Bull Richard.
That's dumb. That is dumb.
Yeah. Yeah, see, I would not be mad at that one, Space Beast, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, to go get Hunter. Yeah. Oof.
Dude, Hunter would
That'd
be
be
insane.
sick.
I don't want to move up though. I don't want to give up any more draft picks. Bad enough we gave that one third round away.
Mm-hmm.
But if he falls in our lap at number 6, oh fuck yeah, I'm taking him in a hot beat.
Yeah,
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. 100. Yeah. All right.
This guy's got to be trolling now. You can't sit there and say you know football, watch football, and mind.
Yeah,
But the
Amano
only-
is a big athlete too, but he's the later because of his position.
Yeah.
Yeah, his position is not a big fucking thing where you
Yeah.
take one that high. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But he's definitely an amazing fucking athlete. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh my God, Bueno. If he fucking fell to us at 6, that would be
It's like
2
getting
years in
a lot
a
of-
row. The football gods have been telling the Raiders, "I'm tired of you sucking."
Yeah,
fucking
dude, dead ass.
guys. Because last year we had no business taking Brock Bowers at 13, right?
Yep.
He should not have been there. And if Hunter is there at 6, whoo, bruh. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because realistically, if this would have been a normal draft where teams weren't so quarterback hungry, he would have been like the 3rd or 4th pick overall. Brock Bowers.
Oh
He
yeah.
was going. We never would have had it. We shouldn't have even had a shot at him, to be honest with you.
Bro,
Yeah.
I honestly thought fucking Harbaugh was going to take him, but he went with Joel. Had
Yeah.
he not gone with the fucking tackle, I think he would have gone after Brock Bowers. Yeah. You imagine adding a weapon
Then
like
we would have
Brock?
taken Alt.
Whew.
I mean, either way,
Yeah.
we still would have won. We would have gotten, we'll
But we know that, Chuck. That's why we're not arguing with you. You know you don't know and just choose to randomly argue. So yeah, we know that.
Hey, it's the truest thing he said all night. Good for you.
And
Round of applause.
Bueno's not wrong though, because as mad as I was that Atlanta took our quarterback,
Yep.
if they didn't, we never land Brock.
Yeah,
Right?
True.
Because if they don't take Penix, we take Penix.
we're gonna take Penix for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we might be walking away the winners on that one.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, definitely, bro. Yeah. And the
Yeah, I
crazy
think
part,
so.
I understood why people were mad, maybe because you didn't understand Brock because he was a tight end. But if you saw that motherfucker play in college, like there's a reason why their fucking Georgia quarterback didn't do shit in the NFL. It's because he had Brock Bowers in college. Right? He had all these amazing athletes around him. Brock Bowers was insane, bro. Insane in fucking college. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Hey, he's gonna be talking to one of you three because I don't work anymore. I'm done working. So you three are the only ones up here that work. So it ain't me.
I don't even fucking see shit. Dude.
Fucking
Not
tired,
even-
dude.
I'm
Ignoring
bro.
at this point. You
Yeah.
can argue with Siri all you want. Siri, that one didn't work.
Siri, that one didn't work. Yo, not you,
Siri,
Siri.
try again.
Like
If you
Siri,
get trying
again.
Alexa, Alexa might have better sense of humor.
Maybe go try Alexa, bro. Go try Alexa.
Mine's probably in the other room waiting for me to say something.
He
else
might be
instead.
using like Timu Alexa. Who knows, bro? I don't know.
There, that's why. That makes sense.
Hey, I'm supposed to get my capture card this weekend.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, so I'll get my capture card this weekend, Jeff. So we can fucking see about finally doing some Madden, some zombies. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Shit. Oh shit.
Yeah. No, you're fine, Mike. He's cool. You can talk to him. So as long as he doesn't start insulting Jeff's attire again, with the chaps. If he wants to wear chaps, let him wear chaps, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with
I
that.
like seeing Jeff
Yeah.
get all fired up, though. It's funny.
It is funny though. But yeah, because of the Overvalley
Well, it's
quarterback.
better to get fired up here on camera than in person, because if it's in person, it ain't gonna be funny. It'd be bad.
I see that with you. I see that.
Yeah.
Like if we were in
With
New
me?
England, yeah. If we were in New England and somebody started some shit, you start getting mad. I'd be like, oh shit, it's about to go down. Like, oh,
Let's
fuck.
go.
Oh, I fucking find him.
I start doing all this.
I'd find him.
Fuck
Yeah.
Trust me.
All right, hold
30-something years in the fire service. I
Hold
know
on,
plenty
Jeff,
of
hold
cops
on,
that'll
Jeff,
get me.
hold on.
Fucking,
I know plenty of
Come on,
cops that'll
Jeff,
get me the
come on,
information on where to find someone, so I ain't worried about that.
Hey, but Felix, you're not lying though. As much as I like having Brock Bowers, I can
That would've been-
imagine if we would have had a fucking quarterback like Penix
Yeah.
with Devontae.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Even though some people hate.
Yeah, but
Devontae.
here's my take on that. How good would Penix have been with our offensive coordinator at the time
I mean,
in
that's
the
the other
line?
part too. But I
That's
think
the
his athletic
downside.
ability would have. Yeah. That's
Penix
true.
now with the
Yeah.
team that we have now and the coaching staff, different.
That's what
You know,
I was
totally
watching
different.
you on last call with Peggy, and she was talking about the whole 2 tight end thing, how it was never gonna be a thing. And then in my mind, I kept thinking like, but yeah, because Getsy did not know how to utilize that shit. Like he didn't know how to take advantage of having that. Like, yeah, we all said it as fans because you can envision it. What a great weapon way to run that. The fact that just Getsy and them couldn't fucking, it was stupid the way they.
I totally expect us to come out in multiple 2 tight end sets throughout the season based on the talent of Brock, because I knew what we were getting with him. All you had to do is watch 2 games of him in Georgia the year before.
That's
You knew
what
what you were getting.
You saw him in Georgia.
Getting. So I was ecstatic when we got him at 13. I didn't think he had a shot in hell. I mean, we weren't looking to draft a tight end, but you don't pass up that talent. Yeah. So I expected us to do 2 tight end setups last season, but hindsight, Getsy's not the guy for that,
No. And it was funny because remember everybody blamed the Bears on Fields, not Getsy, or vice versa, right? And then you saw them both last year. They both were ass anyway, Fields and Getsy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
But I think
drink the whole water on a show. Look at that. Normally I go through like how many?
Damn, bro. Like a camel.
Camel.
Yeah. Luke would have had Penix throwing sideline passes. Yeah. And I think that's the other part too. And that's what makes me excited about Geno is that we got Chip. You have a good offensive coordinator now. A proven fucking offensive coordinator. So now we should
see
a
quarterback that can throw the ball too.
Right. Look at what he did with fucking Will Howard at Ohio State, bro. Shit. I mean, no shade on him, but he wasn't the greatest quarterback. He got the job done. No, he beat Notre Dame, but fucking asshole. But yeah. And that's the other part that I saw with Chip Kelly was I told y'all that playoff series, nobody really stopped Notre Dame's defense and pass rush the way Chip Kelly did in the championship game. He fucking took that shit out of his scheme, the way he planned for them. Yeah. That's when I was like, Chip has fucking evolved as a coach, bro. He really has.
Yeah, Rose Town. Geno's gonna blossom in the system with Chip. We just need to give him another weapon. Facts, bro.
Yeah. Which is why I wanted Diggs.
I did want Diggs too, bro. He looked good in those workouts with Geno, but
yeah.
Hey, he wanted the bag, bro. I can't blame the guy.
Oh no, I get it. Yeah, to me, that wasn't a bag for a receiver because receivers are expensive. Yeah.
I feel it's gonna be Lockett.
Yeah, Lockett. I think Lockett's gonna come. Another dream would have been the Metcalf thing. We wanted Metcalf really bad. I know Jeff. I had never seen Jeff so excited about trading for someone. Then we were talking about trading for Metcalf.
I was up for it, man.
Yeah, you were like, "Fuck yeah, let's do it."
Thought that would have been perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Just didn't come to be, unfortunately.
Yeah,
would have been nice.
Notre Dame fan like you, that is facts. I'm telling you, bro. The way Chip schemed for that fucking game, no team had stopped our defense the way fucking Chip Kelly did. Not even Georgia. Yeah, not even Georgia's ass. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'll tell you right now, I don't want to wish the summer away, but man, I can't wait for this upcoming season to start. I really can't. I can't wait for the schedule to come out to figure out when we're coming here. I can't wait to see how many primetime games we get because I think we might have more than what we think we're going to get. Because
I think if we draft Shador, we'll have more than we probably would have if we don't.
I don't think it's going to matter who we draft, to be honest with you. I think it's just going to be that mystique of Pete Carroll.
Oh yeah, with Pete, yeah.
With Pete, and now that we've got a better coaching staff. Period. The best coaching staff I've seen since, like I've said this before, since Tom Flores. I'm sorry. I think right now they're just they're the next step after Flores.
It goes Madden, Flores.
Yeah.
Huh?
Madden, Flores.
Madden,
John,
Flores, and I think this
John the first time around.
Gruden first go around, yes, and this is like probably number 4 right now, with
You
the
know what?
potential to move up to number 3.
I like Captain Jack before he lost the team. Hugh Jackson was one of my favorite ones, bro. Al just didn't let him fucking coach the way he should have let him. Because Hugh had us fucking rolling with some mid players. Like only Raider fans knew who those players were. Yeah.
Except for Carson Palmer.
Well, yeah, that one. Yeah. But I mean, Jason Campbell was balling, bro.
Campbell was good for us.
Before he got hurt.
He was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I mean, I get it.
I was watching the cage match before our show, and someone in the chat said, I can't wait for Gino to do what Plunkett and Gannon did. And I snapped on that one. I typed right away in the chat. I'm like, can we please get away from this narrative of who's the next Gannon and who's the next Plunkett? If that's what everybody's expecting every time we bring a quarterback in, I swear to God, it drives me fucking nuts. Who's going to be the next Plunkett? He hasn't even taken a snap yet. Relax. Yeah, he's a good quarterback, but let's see what happens. Everybody's looking for that next guy that's going to be that quarterback again. That was a once-in-a-lifetime thing with Plunkett.
And it makes sense when you've been a fan of this thing as long as we have, and we haven't had quarterbacks like that. Very few. DC was on the track till he got hurt, Yeah,
but you and I are not delusional to think that, hey, we're going to find another Plunkett and Gannon out there. It's just not the way it's going to be. The only way I would see that by bringing in an existing quarterback already would be somebody like if we worked a deal where we ended up with Joe Burrow. Okay, that could happen. But we're not talking about bringing in a journeyman quarterback or a has-been quarterback, and then he turns the team around and we're miraculously the best in the league. Like Geno Smith is not going to do it for us. I'm sorry. He's not going to win a Super Bowl.
Rosetown's perfect. I remember those people. They said Garner was going to be the next Ken Stabler because he was cool like him.
Yeah, that aura.
Yeah. Aura. Remember that?
That guy's a bum.
I hope they start him in KC, bro.
Oh man, they're not gonna start him at KC.
I hope Mahomes.
We'll see what our defense does to him first.
Right? Nah, they won't start.
Well, if we go and draft the one move bull rush defensive tackle Mason Graham, we'll be good because he's only got that one move. He'll just go straight ahead and bull right into Mahomes.
What up, Ben? Yeah.
What's up, Ben?
What up, Ben?
Even if he does play, I'll tell you this much: you probably won't see the same Gardner because he's not a starter. He's coming in off the bench as the second QB, and that's his fucking role. So, and if he does come in, like, don't expect him to throw stupid shit like he did with us. Like, it's different when he comes in that way.
And he has a offensive coordinator.
Yeah, and he's got Andy fucking Reid, shit, yeah.
Everybody expected him when we got him from Indianapolis to be like he was for Indy. He had a great running back behind him. An offensive line.
Taylor, bro.
Yeah, and he had an offensive scheme that was fit perfect for him. That's why they got him in the first place. That's why they brought him in.
I was waiting for someone to say Stafford. Stafford could have been our Plunkett guy.
Yeah.
It's a little different. It's a little different
because Stafford wasn't washed. He's just Stafford.
No, I mean he would be that same scenario as if we brought Burrow over, an existing starting quarterback would just swap teams. Plunkett and Gannon were not bona fide starters on other teams. They were career backups.
Gannon had started a few, like with Minnesota, with Kansas City, but he wasn't seen as their elite guy, like their quarterback, right?
No.
And then when Gruden got him, when Gruden got him, it changed completely for him. Yeah.
No, because Gruden saw what he could get out of him. He knew what type of player the guy was. Gruden brought in players that were good. Charlie Garner, another perfect example, came over from Philly. He knew what he was getting with him.
Oh, see, Garner was another one because in the 49ers, he was a fucking baller. And then he went to Philly. They didn't use him correctly. And then we got him. Fucking Grew used him the way to use him. And then he was balling again. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Minshew, the whole Minshew thing, I was like, ugh. But like I said, whatever we decide, I was like, yeah, that's our quarterback. Even the year fucking, what's his name was going to be our quarterback? Matt Schaub and Matt Flynn,
Oh yeah.
Even when those fools, I was like, yeah, that's our quarterback. Like, yeah, I guess.
I guess.
I guess. All
I
right. It's either that or
guess.
Matt McGloin. Like, what the fuck we
Yeah,
gonna do?
fucking Matt
Jesus
McGloin.
Jesus
Wow.
I remember when everybody thought Andrew Walter was going to be our next great quarterback too.
Yeah,
lasted,
Tui
what, half a
Asastopo,
season?
too. He was good in college. Tui,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had a good college run, so he was supposed to be the next one, and that didn't work out.
Again, you get these guys that come out of college that come to the NFL.
Marinovic was our last one of our last
It was
first
our
round
last-
picks besides Jamarcus, right?
Yeah, before Jamarcus. Yeah.
Before Jamarcus, yeah, it was Marinovic, USC fucking quarterback.
Yeah.
Baller.
Baller.
Take the drugs away, he's a baller.
Nah, did you ever watch on him like the whole thing? Like he didn't even want to play. It was
Yeah,
his dad
no.
that wanted
Yeah,
him to play?
because yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Who,
Yeah.
Marinovic?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Marinovic. Yeah. Mhm.
Well,
My
he was
cousin actually had me make him a Marinovic jersey because he says he has daddy issues, so that's why he wears a Marinovic.
I'll
jersey.
tell you what.
That's big
Growing up in the '80s, that's what a lot of fathers did with their
Yeah.
sons. Because I had that at my high school with a
Yeah.
few of the kids. The fathers just pushed the shit out of the kid because they saw them as the big money maker if they can make it in
Yeah.
pro sports. Because that's when
Mhm.
contracts were starting to get bigger.
Mhm.
You know, and fathers push for that. You know, some kids didn't want to play. Some
Mhm.
kids that I graduated with that wanted nothing to do with playing football,
Yeah.
but their father forced them. They were
Yeah,
like,
it
"Oh,
works
you
now.
gotta play."
I wrestled
works
with
now.
a kid who only did that because his dad made him. Like he wouldn't
That's-
be able to
that
go out
sucks.
and do stuff on the weekends unless he played sports. Yeah. And he didn't like it. He didn't hate it playing football. He hated wrestling,
No.
but he was
Like,
just there because
my-
his dad made him go. Yeah.
My dad didn't force me to do that, and I didn't do that with my son when he
Yeah.
was growing up. You know,
I used
when
to
he
get mad
did
at him.
karate, he did karate for
Yeah.
years, and he was on the verge of getting his black belt. And he finally came to me one day. He goes, "Dad, I don't want to do it anymore." Well, that's your choice, man.
Yeah.
I said, "Do you want to stick it out at least until you get your black belt, and then stop? I'm fine with that." No, I'm ready to stop now. Okay,
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah.
I didn't force him to keep going.
And I used to
Fine,
get
because
mad
that
at
shit
my
was
brother
expensive.
because he was 6'2", 6'3", so he had the size to fucking
It's
play.
always
man.
those guys, huh? It's always those guys. Like if I was just as big as you, dog,
That's
like
what I
you
used
know,
to
like,
tell him. I'm
fuck,
like, bro,
man.
how was your height?
always.
Like,
I was big
damn.
as you.
Like crazy, bro.
Oh, shit.
No, but that
I'm
shit
not-
works now. If you see Amon-Ra St. Brown and his brothers, the Ball brothers, there's a lot of people that do that shit now, and it actually works. So
Wasn't
Hey.
it Ball that when he met his wife, he met with her knowing the intention, I want to have athletic kids? So his
yeah,
partner,
because she was like super athletic. She's
yeah,
from,
right. She was tall and all that shit. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mhm.
I don't know, but yeah,
Marv
she's like super tall.
Marijuanovich was a Raider, so of course nepotism played a part there. Oh, that's when they were in LA though, because he was the big name out of
Yeah.
USC that year. Marinovich was. Yeah. Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, he just went from playing college at the Coliseum to playing in the pros.
Mhm.
yeah. It was the same
Didn't
stadium.
even have to change his locker room.
Yeah, no, it
I
was the
know.
same fucking stadium. Yeah, USC and the Raiders played in that one. Because the Irwindale Raiders never became a thing.
Never. Oh,
Such a dumb fucking
Sad.
name.
Sad.
wah, wah. They would
Fucking-
still been the
proud.
LA Raiders. I'm pretty sure.
They would have.
Oh, they would have. They would have been like the Angels, you know. You're not in LA,
Oh.
but we're gonna keep the name.
Well,
Well, that's still LA County. That's still LA County. Irwindale is still
It
LA
is.
County, but
the Los Angeles Raiders of Irwindale.
Right?
yeah.
The California Los Angeles Raiders of Irwindale. Oh man.
The Oakland Los Angeles Raiders of Irwindale.
Some. Uh-huh.
Sound like that.
Yeah. Soccer's on another level here in this country though, because they're starting to get more camps for kids to start to
Yeah.
develop younger. So you're starting
Yeah.
to see more Americans become more into it. Yeah. And maybe it has to do with the dads because they see how much these fucking soccer players can make.
And I
It's
mean,
like
not for
pushing
nothing,
it.
for a parent, it's definitely a much cheaper option too.
Yeah.
What do you need to buy? A pair of cleats and shin
No,
guards?
no, the camps are expensive here too, though. That's the thing. like in
Well, the
some
camps,
of the
yeah,
European
like the
countries.
extra stuff. But I'm,
Yeah,
I'm
South
talking just
America. Yeah,
like hockey. Like hockey, obviously, is big over here in the Northeast.
It's
in
Yeah.
the New
fucking
England area.
expensive. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's one of the most expensive youth sports because you got to remember these kids grow out of this
Soccer?
stuff from year to year.
Hockey.
So if you the
hockey.
one thing you don't want your kid to do is say, "Hey, I want to play goalie." Oh fuck!
Fuck
Because now
that.
every year you're buying new fucking goalie pads, new the new protective sleeve, the the mitt, the mask, the skates. That shit ain't cheap. That's why
Oh.
around here there's a lot of those secondhand hockey shops that are fucking making bank.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to ship some shit back to
Jay.
my house then.
Can you highlight EC's comment real quick? I wanted to ask you guys something. The one about
Which one?
the feud with CTE.
Oh yeah.
Soccer.
So, did you guys hear or see Puka's interview? Nakua?
Mm-mm.
No.
No.
Basically, Puka said that by 30 he plans to be retired.
Oh, I saw a little blurb about him wanting to retire by 30.
So yeah, so he was getting a lot of fucking shit from people about not being committed to the team. As a receiver, you should be playing longer. Da 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 da. But when Puka talked about it, it was about his fucking health, right? He doesn't want to end up one of these older dudes having to watch his grandkids, and he's got all these injuries from the CTE and all that shit, right? So like, I'm not mad for Puka saying that because you look at other athletes that retired early. Fucking Calvin retired fucking early. Same thing. Homeboy from the Rams that just retired. Aaron Donald, the same fucking way. Right? They don't want to end
Jim
up
Brown
with
only played 9 seasons.
Jim Brown.
And that was
they
back
don't
in the
wanna end up with
60s.
those
It was that long ago.
injuries. Yeah. So I'm not mad at Puka for saying that shit, bro. That he wants to take care of his body. It's not his future, like forever type shit. But yeah.
Yeah.
But people are tripping like, oh, you shouldn't do that. You should be about the team. You got to play till you can't play no more. Like, man, that ain't your fucking body. You're not the one that's got to go through that shit. Yeah. Now Calvin didn't retire because they wouldn't fucking trade him, Ben. That's not easy. His body, he said it. He could have retired and fucking Carson sat on the bench until he finally got traded. Yeah. Yeah, it's different. Like, and I see players like Otto. I remember when I met Jim Otto. His body was in such bad condition, bro, from all the hits he took. Like it was ridiculous. Yeah. Barry too. Barry was done playing. Yeah. He didn't even want to break on Walter's record, right? He just wasn't in it anymore. Yeah. Yeah. Barry never said it because they wouldn't trade him. You can watch all the Barry Sanders things. I watched them all. Yeah. It wasn't because they wouldn't trade him. They didn't want to play no more. They were done. Yeah. What did he say?
That's all right. I got joy on that one. I banned him myself personally that time.
Oh.
He said, "Did you retire because your knees got beat up or something?" I didn't even read the whole fucking thing.
Yeah. It ain't even excuses though, bro. If you're making millions, you've already made your millions. Why keep taking the abuse? Why put your body through that?
Well, like in Barry's case, he retired for 2 reasons. One, Detroit never did anything to fucking support him and bring in all the talent to make them better. And number 2, he really honestly did not want to break Walter Payton's record. He was
done fucking playing, bro. Yeah. Remember, Barry wasn't about the championships, the fucking accolades. Even
he's
when
he's one of the few players that when he would score a touchdown, you would see him just give the ball to the ref
he did
and run
not
back
want
to
to
the
be
sideline.
traded to the Raiders, bro. Stop. Barry did not want to be traded to the fucking Raiders. We were not good when Barry was fucking playing.
What did he say? He wanted to be Raider Nation. Barry wanted to be traded to
No, we didn't.
I never heard. That's the first time I ever heard that. You making that up?
I never heard that.
Yeah. No, I'm serious, Ben. I follow Barry, bro. I've talked to Barry, bro. It was never because they didn't want to fucking trade him.
Did you say you talked to Barry?
Yeah, I've met him in Detroit and I've seen him at signings. Yeah.
Oh.
Dude, I'm a big Barry fucking Sanders fan. Like, I'm a Raider fan.
I saw him play once. I can at least say I saw him.
Player-wise, I used to follow that dude. Like, he was one of my favorite players to watch, dude. Yeah.
I still got a box of Wheaties with him on the cover.
Yeah, I have all his cards, all his rookie cards, fucking posters, fucking.
I got one of those.
Posters.
Remember when the NFL came out with those small statues, like the first run?
Yeah.
of those. I think they were
The starting lineup ones, all that shit.
yeah, something like that. I still got one of those too. I got an Emmett
Yeah,
Smith and Troy Aikman one that I grabbed. Got it for free. I'm like, fuck yeah.
Some people don't want to put their body through it for their whole life, bro. And fuck it. Yep. Yeah. That's fucking. It's crazy, and I don't think it's
And it's
bad.
usually the running backs that take the beating.
Yeah, look as a fucking running back, the beatings you take, bro. As a fucking running back, you imagine?
Look at Billy Sims. Well, what the hell's his name there too? We just talked about this the other day.
Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know,
You look
Mark
at Emmett.
Egan's another perfect example of it. The CTEs just destroyed him.
Yeah.
You know, he's nothing like he used to be.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Even what's his name? Emmett took a beating trying to break Walter's record. At the end, that was taking a beating when he was at Arizona, bro. He was taking a fucking beating. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, he had no O line. He was used to that O line in Dallas. So
yeah, I remember when I
now
saw
he had to use
Jim,
his
bro. He
talent.
could barely fucking walk, man. That was a lot these fools put their body through. And I get it. People say, "Oh, they make millions. It's okay." Like at the end of the day, bro, that's someone's health, you know. Yeah.
But any final thoughts, y'all? I think we're gonna on that time about to wrap it up.
Yeah, fuck money, Chuck.
Yeah, Bruce Campbell can't walk. See, another one. Earl Campbell can't
That's
walk.
it. Earl Campbell's the name I
Earl
was
Campbell
thinking
can't
of.
walk. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but
No, man. I mean, if we get more signings, we get more signings. I don't see one that's gonna make us all want to hop on live. Like, oh fuck, we finally signed this dude. You know?
Yeah.
Those days are over now.
Yeah. Maybe a trade. Maybe a trade.
That would, yes.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Fucking I'm Not Bueno is hilarious, dog.
Good to meet girl.
I want a signing where Jeff goes shirtless. You don't want to see this thing shirtless.
You don't want to see this
wow.
It's not pleasant. I really let myself go lately, so no. Although I have lost a lot of weight lately, so.
There you go.
But yeah, nothing but mock drafts for the next couple of weeks. Watch. Yeah. More Genty talk. Yeah.
More Genty talk. Genty, yeah.
More Genty talk. Yeah.
Body draft galore. Next 3 weeks. Yeah. Oh, man. All right, but I think that's pretty much it. You guys want to let them know what you guys have going on this week?
And I was gonna say whoever. Yeah.
Jeff date.
Yeah, I'll go ahead. So tomorrow, make sure to tune into me and Jeff's show tomorrow. That is Raiders Coast to Coast. We'll be on. I don't know if we'll have a guest or not, right, Jeff? I'm not sure.
Yeah, we do actually. Remember?
Jess, right?
Yeah, Jess.
I didn't know if he was for sure, but we're gonna have the homie Jess on. The homie Jess has been on our Madden stuff all the time. He pops in here and there. Okay. But he wants to talk some Raiders, try to get his face in there. So he's going to be on our show tomorrow. I'm probably going to hop on right after this to get on Madden, to get on franchise. I don't know if Jeff is down. I know Jess and Rundown are waiting for us over there. So we'll probably
hop on that.
Yeah. I'm sorry?
What level are you paying it on?
Oh, all Madden? Dude, that's why Jeff can't fucking play.
Hey, I still got to get with you to set that shit up, bro.
Yeah, dude, definitely.
My team is horrible.
Bro, we'll be if you two get it all together. I know your capture card is coming in, and then we still got to get together
we'll start
to get
franchise.
your stuff going. Yeah, well, that's what I was gonna say. We can definitely start a new franchise. Season. That would be fucking.
Yeah,
get more people in.
Well, that's what we're doing. So right now we've got 4 teams. It's Nate, myself, Rundown, and
who picks the Raiders? We have to pick the Raiders.
No one. So what we did was we took two of us playing the AFC, two playing the NFC. So I'm in the AFC with Jess. I'm the Bills. He's the Colts. Nate is what's
The
he name
Packers.
again?
Packers.
He's the Packers, and Rundown is the Falcons.
Wow.
But some of us don't. I only get to play. I think it's you, isn't it? No, the Colts. I get to play against Jess. That's the only team I get to play out of the three of us.
Oh, okay. Oh, but if you add us, more of us might play each other. Okay.
Well, yeah, that's just it.
Exactly.
So if we get 6, then we can go 3 AFC, 3 NFC. And the whole reason was if some of us are good enough, minus me, make it to the Super Bowl and play each other in the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Yeah. I'll set my shit up once the capture card gets around. I'll join it. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Ooh, I know what team I'll be.
The Steelers.
I know we're picking it for you.
Man, why you gotta?
You got automatically the Rams.
I was gonna be Jack's favorite second team, bro. The 49ers.
These fuckers have he plays the Patriots one night against Nate.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, that's cool. That sounds fun. We used to do
we
that.
got that tomorrow night. Friday night, Turf is still going to be away, so we're going to do a Friday night live again. It'll be a pull-up show eventually. And then Saturday night, the Raiders,
Derek, it's the Madden franchise league, bro. Mm-hmm.
Yes,
man.
Then Saturday night is the Raiders' last call with myself, Chris for Raiders, and Papa Rundown. No special guest this week, but we're going to be discussing head coaches for the Raiders. Again, reminder, the show isn't really that show on Saturday nights isn't talking current Raider information or status. It's the history of the Raiders. We're going back in time and working forward. So this last week was Al Davis. So if you missed it, go to my channel and catch it. We had Miss Peggy on with us. We did an hour and a half long of talking about just Al Davis.
Yeah,
she's got some personal stories on there. It was a good show. This week, no guests, just the three of us, and we're going to be discussing Raider head coaches.
Nice.
Okay. Nice. Cool.
And then stream Madden every now and then too.
Yeah, that's always fun.
There it is. There's Jack. 1976, the best team ever. I'm not Bruno. Yes, Miss Peggy is awesome, bro. Very knowledgeable.
Yeah.
Very knowledgeable.
Extremely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Leo? What do you have going on?
Next Wednesday, I won't be on, fellas. I just got my tickets for the Dodger game. So
nice.
Lawyers. Hello, lawyers.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see the Dodgers on Wednesday because it's Ohtani MVP bobblehead night.
Cool.
Hey,
my ass had to go get one of those. Yeah, so I will be
playing.
The Braves. They're playing the Braves. To Wednesday, so yeah. So
go Braves.
Go ahead, bro.
Fucking hater.
They used to be in Boston, so it used to be the Boston Braves.
And then and then Monday, of course, my regular show, fucking Fotu Raider podcast will be back. And then Tuesday, me and Run should be back. Yesterday I had some family stuff I had to take care of. Mom and dad were sick, so I had to hold it down here at the pad, take care of them. So but yeah, me and Run should be back on Tuesday, and then on Monday we'll be back with me, Chona, James, and then hopefully Quinn V can come back too. Yeah.
Yeah.
San Francisco Giants. There's the Bay Area fans right there.
Yeah.
I'm actually due a bus ride where they're doing Pantone, the guy I was telling you about, does the away meetups. They're doing ones in San Francisco in July.
That'd be terrible.
So that would be pretty fucking. He said we're running the pod tomorrow, boys. Is that Chewy Smoke?
Yeah,
is that him? Is that
that's
Jess?
Jess? Yeah, that's Jess.
Okay. All right. And then Derek asked if we need another. Derek, get in contact with Nate or Jeff.
Yeah.
And then see about how we would make that work, brother.
Yeah, definitely. Hit us up on. I would probably say Instagram would probably be the best to be able to DM back and forth. Just hit me or Jeff up at LV Raider 10 or New England Raider Boosters on Instagram, and we'll try to get everybody on, as many people as we can. Probably on the next franchise, of course, when we get everybody, both of you guys too. Plus even for
you're getting me by this weekend, because this weekend, I mean, I'm going to be moving and stuff, but I'll get my capture card. So I'll
for sure.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, Blue Dodgers, go blue, baby. Tomorrow's opening day.
Yes, sir.
That should be a national holiday here in LA for Dodger fans, bro. You don't because the
It
game's
is, bro.
early. We have to fucking work, man.
What time is the Dodger game at?
At 4?
1:15.
Four.
Oh, wait, is it? It's 4?
Yeah, 4:15 here, right? Yeah.
What?
The Angels play at 1 tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's not a fucking early game. That's an afternoon
Baseball
game.
sucks.
A lot of people can make it.
Well, normally it's supposed to be at 7, bro. 7:30. Yeah.
No, usually they're like 1:15 opening day games.
Not
bro.
during the week. Oh, opening day normally, yeah, because the TV schedule. So
Yeah.
they want to make sure you get to
Oh,
watch them
shit.
all, so they'll play earlier. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Wow.
Since you don't want to give me a bobblehead, I'm gonna ask my sister then. Fuck you.
What, those tiny ones? Bro, those shits are like gold, man. They line up like hours ahead of time
Dude,
for those tiny bobbleheads.
You're holding a human
know, bro.
bobblehead in front of you right now. That's what a baby's head does when you hold them. If you don't hold their head, they're just bobbleheads.
Yeah, bobblehead. Your bobblehead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can have my Otani bobbleheads. I'll give
Yeah?
them to you.
They're- Nah, because there's angel shit all over it, bro. Fuck that. I'm good.
I have 4.
Oh, you have the angel ones. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said. Nah, he got the angel
No,
shit
fuck
on it.
that.
Fuck
Yeah,
that. I'm
fuck
good.
out of here.
Wait a minute. So this
Okay.
guy used to be on the Angels. Why the fuck did they let him go?
Because the Angels are stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And you're still
Bro,
following that team?
The Angels had 2 of the best players in Major League Baseball, in Trout and
Yep.
Otani, and they
At
couldn't
the same
win
time?
at the same time.
Yep. I won't.
Oh, your team
I
sucks.
think they had Albert Pujols too, bro.
Mhm.
They had
Yeah.
Albert Pujols at
Oh.
1 point too.
And they had Otani when he could still pitch before his injury.
Oh, what's he doing now?
Now he's only hitting till he recovers from his injury. Yeah.
Oh, so he's only a DH.
Yeah. Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, for sure.
tell you, bro.
All right. But
All right, fellas.
for me, hold on, bro. You always leave
Oh,
me
my
out.
bad,
Yeah.
No love, bro. See
my
how
bad. I
you
thought you
do
went
me?
first.
No, I didn't. I asked everybody else, bro. I ain't selfish. I ain't selfish. So for me, I just have Saturday morning show. Good morning, waiters. Make sure you guys tap in every damn Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Pacific. Probably the hottest show on Saturday morning. So make sure you guys tap in. It's with me, my guy Rundown. He is my co-host, and we have a special, very, very special guest this Saturday. None other than Joe Morley himself will be our guest on Saturday. So make sure you guys tap in for that. It's gonna be another good one. We just had Luna. That show was a fucking hilarious show. Shout out to my
Yeah,
guy,
that
Luna.
shit was funny,
Fucking
bro. I
hilarious,
watched
bro, for sure.
Yeah.
That's not cute to go. But make sure also you catch my Monday show, Raiders Unfiltered, every damn Monday night. I know it's at 9. I might try a new time. I might go on at 5:15 Pacific.
Mhm. Oh,
It
okay.
works out a little bit better for me, energy wise, and
Okay, cool.
kids and all this shit. So we're gonna try it. I'm gonna try it out Monday. So make sure you guys are early time, 5:15. So make sure you guys tap in. And then I guess, bro, I didn't even know you were not gonna be here next Monday, but whatever, dog.
Me either. I barely found out
We'll
today.
hold down the fort.
Yeah,
It'll
I
be,
barely found out today.
You know what, bro? It's all right, bro. I'm gonna replace you, bro. Go ahead. And
This
have your
guy.
fun. Tell this kid, go have your fun, bro. Go with your foosball. I'm just kidding.
My baseball.
Hey, we're still gonna go on though. Red
Yeah, I know
Connection
you
every
guys
damn
will.
Wednesday,
Mhm.
7 p.m. Pacific. Better post up a lot of pictures, bro.
Oh, at Dodger game, I will. You know, I
Yeah.
No,
will.
that's okay. You don't have to.
That could kill us.
I know, like when
What
you
a
guys start
baseball
talking
fan.
about hockey, I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about? Oh, here we go. Like what? Yeah.
Rather talk hockey than baseball, and I don't know hockey that well either.
No,
It reminds me, speaking of that, I think Saturday afternoon I'm going to be on with my son.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
you guys gonna do Jeff Squared?
Yeah, J Squid.
J squared.
Not 100%
Jason-
positive. I got to confirm with him, but this is the Saturday we're supposed to. Every 2 weeks we do it. So
Oh, nice.
And talk some nights. Oh, I don't know if I can make that actually, but I'll see if I can pop in, talk some nights.
Talk some.
if you're going to be
nights.
around, I'll have you on with us. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I won't be around, but yeah.
I don't
Be in the
really
chat.
follow the nights too much, but the nights are good.
But
I'm not
check-
super loyal to hockey, but I still prefer Kings over Knights though, and over a lot of other teams. But
because it's
not
LA.
super dark.
Yeah,
Yeah, because it's LA. I grew up with the Kings, so
yeah.
I'm a Wayne Gretzky fan. Yeah, for
Oh.
sure. Facts.
Oh, nah, man, you're right. I suck at Madden. I am so bad at that game right now. To my defense, I've only been playing it for 1 week. I haven't played.
Oh, here we
Madden.
go now.
Well, it's true. I've only had it for a week, and the last time I played Madden,
So
fucking
when
Nate
I
wasn't even
play-
alive.
So when I play with you, and I've only played one game since it came out, and I beat you, what's my excuse?
Yeah, how before that? How recent have you played any Madden games?
Last year, maybe.
Okay, then. Last time I
Yeah.
played a Madden game, Nate wasn't even alive yet.
Oh, here we go.
That's how long it's been. Okay.
Almost said it.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, y'all. We out of here. Hey, before we end it, we gotta end it the right way.
I like that one. I like that one. Even though I miss AP, I'm not gonna lie. I like that one.
Nah, bro. Don't be mad, dog.
Yeah,
It didn't
yeah,
work
yeah.
out.
I'm
I
not.
love you, bro. All right.
All right, folks.
Jason. Till
Take
next
it
time.
easy.
Later.
Peace.
Later.